The dumb roll.
Or
No, Bowie.
roll
Way.
again. There, is that a better roll?
No.
Yeah!
Doesn't count.
Yeah, it is
Doesn't
actually.
count.
That is a better roll.
Is that a better? Oh, okay, well, it is. I guess so.
Guess it is a better roll.
Welcome back.
Oh, we're doing
Oh
it.
god,
We're in.
Yep, that was streamed.
That's on the internet now. Oh, we can
Not
rewatch
doing
that. Hold on, give me a second.
That ad doesn't come off. Last time on 1d4+1 The Amber Wars, our adventurers had escaped the caverns of the Underdark Tombs and made their way back to the town of Steel Farm Gap, finding themselves in the basement of the Golden Cask. Overhearing a conversation involving ransacking Quincy Brassstash's shop, one of your voices belonging to a former friend and colleague of Aurora's, Carry-On Baylorfist, you made your way into the streets and attempted to track him. Aurora called out for him, and he bolted into the crowd. The party then separated. Kismet, Archie, and Fenric joined Quincy en route to her shop, which had been completely cleaned out of all the automatons she had built. Aurora stayed at the inn, upending the bottle of red wine and speaking to the proprietor, Helmut Vinery. While Virio and Roland chased after Carrion, shortly losing him in the crowd, they spoke to one of the city guard, bringing on a small group of them to investigate the shop. Returning and picking up Aurora on the way, they all soon regathered back at Quincy's shop, trashed the place to make it look like there had been a break-in and robbery, and then Quincy said that she would be taking her next few hours to gather her items and picking up her guide through the deep roads to head to Zadara to catch up with the people who had stolen the items. After that, you guys did some shopping and then spent a hell of a time at the Kiln Casino.
Yes!
That's where it all went wrong. Immediately diving into the Lion's
I forgot
Den.
about that. How could I ever forget about
Casino
that?
heist! Casino heist!
Immediately diving into the Lion's Den, you were all cleaned out by Butts McGee, a gnomish gambler. You managed to get half your money back, but Butts made sure you knew that he knew who Aurora was and the reward money on her head. The second attempt was made, this time with Jimmy the Hobgoblin. Kismet grew wings, flying out with the gem sphere, which Virio had ponied up to make the bet a little more interesting. Fenric nearly got his face burnt off by a wholly magically imbued Jimmy, and you all scuttled out, met with Quincy, grabbed the Dragonborn, Marion Augustus Steelwing, an old friend of Fenric's, and made your way into the deep road.
God, what a fucking trip.
Yep. As you all stand peering down the massive, very tall ceiling tunnel shaft, about 150 feet on the left side of the deep road, you see a dim blue light. It appears on your left, and then another, and another, and another, and these small orbs begin lighting up as you stand in the entryway.
Is it like at the grocery store when you walk past and they light up, and
A little
then when
bit.
you walk past they like turn off?
A little bit, yeah.
I do it a couple times.
Remember that time you
Step
didn't know
forward.
that that's what they
Step
did?
back.
It's sort of like the I'm in your room, not in your room.
Step back. Vuv, bunk. Vuv, bunk.
What are we all like all standing in a line and like walking together to do this?
You're doing this until Virio gets back.
Wait, so
how
this
wide
is-
is this passage?
Oh,
The deep road itself, the cavern that you're walking through,
Yeah.
is roughly.
Is it a wide road as well?
It's very yes. It is.
deep and wide, deep and wide.
The ceiling stands about 150 feet over your heads,
Decent.
and it's about maybe 100 feet across.
Sheesh.
It's a very large, carved out roadway.
That's a lot of knees.
It's carved, it's not like a natural cave.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow.
As you're standing there, you can see that it is very, very old workmanship.
Where did all this rock go? How'd they get rid of it?
Is it smooth carving or is it like pick? You can like see the work.
Oh, like it like looks like it's chiseled. No, it is like carved panels, like perfectly smooth along
Nice.
the sides in this at least this part of the tunnel system.
Here's Fenric like walking with his hand alongside it.
Mm-hmm. I'm admiring the craftsmanship.
And Marion is the Dragonborn guy. He's with us.
Augie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Marion Augie Steele Wade.
Has he introduced himself as Augie in the sense that we could call him Augie?
You heard Quincy call him Augie.
What about you? What do you call him?
Depends. That sounded really weird.
As they're walking, Aurora is going to come up to him and she'll say, "So Marion Augustine." She's very formal. How do you and Fenric know each other?
Oh, went to college together.
Oh, where did
Fenric
you
went
go
to college?
Fenric is
I told you-
educated?
I told you all about that.
Yeah, he was in a frat, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, but a frat doesn't mean that you went to college. It just means you're in a group of friends who do things.
Well, in
It's a
one
frat
regard,
and
I
a flat.
agree.
Wait, stop. That means we're a frat.
Gross.
You just played yourselves.
Delta Gamma Alpha.
Aurora is in a frat?
We're
you
a
guys
group
are
of friends that does things.
Friends.
Oh my god.
I take it back.
So is frat like an anagram for something, or
Traff.
Traff?
Well, you
I said
would know.
anagram, didn't
Oh,
I?
so you went to college together. Okay.
Raft.
Raft. You guys are your own.
Your
life,
face does
Yeah, we attended the Paladin
I don't know
and
what's going on
Clerical
anymore.
colleges in Dinar. Fenric was more of the Brawny type when it came to the training aspects. I was more of the reading type, so we sort of helped each other out and got through school.
Yeah, I taught him how to fight, and he taught me how to learn good.
Well, I'm glad you have each other.
Did you graduate?
Oh yeah, yeah. He was up for a captaincy. Didn't you tell him you were up for a
What?
captaincy?
They don't listen to me that much, but it's my own fault.
That's fair. Hey, you gotta
You know,
stand
like
up for
they used
yourself,
to.
man.
I try. I'm just so short.
Fair play.
I know,
Well,
sometimes we
anyways.
don't know if he's standing or if he's
Or if he's a
Sitting
man that's
on
sitting.
a tall, sitting on a...
Did you just think that
Tall
he was
chair.
like a human who's just been sitting the whole time?
My ankles are broken. I walk around on my knees all the time.
He just like tapes his shoes to those.
It's a really powerful glamour.
Marion begins leading you all forward along with Quincy. You walk forward in these glowing blue lights that have sort of like popped up as you're walking. Quickly turn into a long, slender beam, which leads to a large carved-out alcove, which on the left-hand side you can see all manner of carts, various what looks to be travelers, and their mounts who have been traveling the deep road and are staying here before they enter into the city.
It's a campground.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like an RV park. It's
Yeah.
for merchants.
Underground.
Yeah.
Did someone say camp?
No.
No.
Ding, 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 ding.
Sorry, Fenric just had flashbacks. It was weird.
That was not Aurora, that was Kelly.
I
As
was
you
gonna
guys
say.
make your
Oh,
way
we
through
know.
this crowd, it mainly seems to be dwarves and gnomes, a few humans mixed in with their goods. You approach one very large carved-in stall, which Marion says, I have myself and Quincy's mounts already paid for. You guys are probably going to have to cover your own unless you want to go on foot. But I can tell you this, it's the hell of a lot faster on mount. And he opens the door and you walk in and you see sitting behind a counter a very sleepy looking half-elf gentleman. And behind him to the right you see a very large column which has some bars around it leading into the office, and then another large cage door leading out into the general walkway that you came in through. And at the base you see these sort of like pools of water with these large shapes swerving around through them, deep blue, pale pink, bright yellow. And then up above you see this huge, thick, ropey, woven nest. And Marion walks up and he says, I need a crawler and a slinker. and he says, "Did you prepay?" And Marion goes, "Yeah." So he hands him 2 leads. One of them is about yay big around with a bunch of leather straps going across this way with a small muzzle. And then the other one is just a simple chomp bit. And you see him walk in and he blows a whistle. From the pool of water, you see a large salamander crawl out wearing a saddle. He puts the simple bite into that one. And then scuttling down from the ceiling, you see a massive hairy spider descend with a saddle on it, which he puts the more complicated bit on. So he hops on the spider, and Quincy hops on the salamander and says, "See you out in the courtyard."
Hell yes.
I just pictured the boss
that one.
from like Monsters Inc.
So how far? So we have to cross the water
There will
to
be...
get there?
Who are you asking?
The DM.
So where did
God, you're asking
Where
God
did they slink off to?
Great and mighty
I'm-
twig.
There's
into the
Quincy
hallway.
and Marion are waiting like out in the main area where everybody in their wagons are.
So we're in the shop essentially.
Tweet
So we should find something that's going to carry us.
Yeah, we need mounts.
Let me
Oh.
consult the magic.
And the options are giant spider or salamander.
Do you have any other options?
Oh, I want a
I'll
salamander.
take a spider.
Hey Bender, what are
Not
you
really,
eating?
no. Nothing. Oh, their dog food is sitting over there.
Oh. Don't eat the bag.
How much?
To rent it with the guaranteed receipt return, it is 60 gold pieces plus 60 for insurance. Or if you just want to buy it outright, it's 100 gold pieces.
Yes, spider. Yes, spider.
Okay, you hand
take
over
those
100
all.
gold for your... You guys are both purchasing? Alright,
Yes.
cool. You both know. The 100 gold included the mount and its saddle and its tack. Horse things, but for spiders.
It's bridal.
Shower.
Haha.
But yeah, no, these are the only things that we found down here that can actually last through the trip between here and the checkpoint. So
What are the benefits of each creature?
Oh my
Explain
God.
them to me. What are my pros and cons here?
Are you
Well,
picking
you're-
your Pokemon starter?
Yeah,
You have your pros and your
Are
cons.
spiders weak to salamanders?
This is true. This is actually very good. Thank you.
The spiders are better at sort of keeping up on the walls. Obviously, they if you are trying to avoid. Well, here's the thing. In the deep road, you may run into things that are up on the walls and the ceilings, and you may run into things that are down on the ground. And stats-wise, they're roughly the same. The only difference is the salamander has a faster move speed while in the water, and the spider can climb on the walls.
I see. And you haven't crossbred them yet.
That's not really my deal.
So you haven't tried, is what you're
Listen,
saying.
Furio,
I
I've
mean,
got a spider. If
the
you get
luck-
a salamander, we'll do what we can.
They're in the same cage, so if like nature's gonna take its course, like they're there, man.
You said the salamanders were the fun colors.
Yes.
I walk up to the counter. Do I get to pick the color?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's-
Sold!
That's exactly what I was about to say.
I'll take a spider. It's
Oh,
more
fuck!
practical.
God!
All right.
Spider.
So to buy it outright is 100 gold pieces with all of its equipment. If you want to just rent it and then not take responsibility for it, it's 120.
Well, here's the thing. There's a good chance it might not come back or I'll forget to return
Insure
it.
it.
That's why we have the upcharge on the rentals.
I see.
So,
But it's still cheaper for a
that's-
rental even if I were to steal it, right?
Well, I mean, it's 100 gold to buy it, 120 to rent it.
Oh, but like, do I get some money back if I bring it back?
If it makes it to the checkpoint and you are able to hand, you guys
There you
only
go.
need them up to the second checkpoint and up in Zadara, the Zadara checkpoint. From there on, you just take the underground expressway. So you only need them up to that
mean-
point, and then someone will rent it from that end and bring it back this way. We have a couple locations.
Oh,
Virio,
I see.
Virio. I pull him aside. Just buy for 100. take it to the next checkpoint,
And so you rip.
and then sell it to somebody else for 90.
Oh, that's smart. That makes a good
That
profit.
seems like a good way to undermine our whole business. but
No, I pulled him aside. We're
I
whispering.
want to kill a small business. It's
Hashtag just Aurora thing.
Wow. Just Aurora things.
That's what Gertrude does best.
How I was whispering that to Virio. And then I turned to him and say, I will buy a salamander.
I will also buy a salamander.
Get in line!
Wait, no, I
you
want
get
a
salamanders?
tarantula.
Those don't climb on
I got a spider, you
ceilings.
got a spider.
What,
Okay, good.
tarantulas?
No, they're brown spiders.
Wait.
These spiders are all manner of giant spider, as the coloration of the salamanders is also somewhat broad, so you can choose your own
Oh, then I don't want a tarantula.
spider within reason. Slash.
Okay. I want a good one.
A good one?
Yeah.
You would like a
Roll for
spider
good
that can
spider.
a spider which can crawl on the ceiling.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
There's also a daddy long leg, which is kind of like a spider.
You want to ride, Daddy?
Oh,
You
no!
want to take old Gus? Oh, nobody's bought old Gus in.
Ever?
20 years!
He's been here since I've been here.
Does he look good in strapping
He started
leather?
the business.
You see it like crawling out above you on the ceiling, and it's like moving somewhat slowly, and it like coughs, and you swear you can see dust come out of its
Yeah,
mouth.
no, that's okay. Adventure isn't for the old. I'm well aware of that myself. So.
man. I want to take over.
But there are plenty of other spiders.
Okay,
that
yeah,
you
I'll
can-
just get a spider.
Flavor-wise,
Just to
you can
clarify,
say
I've
that.
already dibs the red and blue one, and I've named him Toby.
Okay,
That's the
perfect.
McGuire.
Wow.
Perfect.
Was that the salamander?
The best spider.
Yes.
Spider.
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 No, I like the salamander.
Mario got a red and blue salamander and named him Toby. It's gonna be really confusing.
Last name
The
McGuire.
best friends.
Do you want to set this somewhere over there?
High 8.
So just for my notes, it's spider.
Spider.
Okay.
Samalander.
Salamander.
Salamander.
All right, perfect. 3 and 3.
Get it right.
It swims like
Actually,
me.
4 and 4.
I took my money.
That's actually a good call. I was
Yeah.
I was waiting to see because I thought it was all salamanders, and I was like, that's not
Mhm.
good.
I need a salamander that matches my outfit.
Don't you just wear black?
The
There's-
inside of the hood is maroon.
You're able to find one salamander that's like really deep black with like little red dots all over it.
That's so good.
Wait, that's maroon. Guys, I might be colorblind.
Do you have any shiny golden ones?
Ow!
Or do you have any of them more for my size?
Like silver?
I mean, like you can
Right,
you'd
albino.
be able to ride him without too much issue, but we've got a younger one. Many sort of points over in the corner. You can see a smaller, very pale one with like yellow frills.
Wait, is there an albino one?
Sure.
You have to choose between the albino one and the dark one.
Goth or albino.
Kismet
Lots of
is
Uh
those.
albino.
huh. And goth.
Yep.
Got him. Case in point.
Shit.
I'm so tall.
Got another 100 gold.
Albino.
I need the set.
Just standing on one each.
Just buy a chariot out there. You can just.
Do you have 200 gold?
I do, but I'm.
Oh, it'd be like the dolphins.
My goodness.
No, this is. I cannot.
All right.
The real struggle.
I'm gonna take the albino one with its
Alright.
terrifying red eyes.
All right.
Are you making up what colors there are, or should I ask what colors are left?
If you have one in mind, you can probably find that with that color. One
But
with
John,
that
what are their
color set.
names?
Oh, we don't name them. Hurts less that way when we have to eat them because business is done.
You dropped Aurora with green here, right? Do you drop? I want blue.
There's a blue one for
I want
sure.
blue with like my skin
A
blue.
deep blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The big blue.
yeah.
Big blue over there.
And I'm going to
What's
name
it
him
then?
Blue.
Perfect.
Java dee
Right
java
down
die.
Alright.
Easy to remember.
For your reference points, the salamanders have 26 hit points and a speed of 50 feet. The spiders have 30 hit points and a speed of 60 feet. Spiders are a little bit hardier and
Wait.
can move a little bit. Sorry, what did I say?
Did you say 60 feet?
50.
So-
50
Yeah.
salamander, 60 spider.
Sorry, the salamanders are slightly faster with slightly less HP, so those are 50 feet with 26 hit points. The spiders are 30 hit points with 50 movement speed.
That's the same
30
speed.
movement speed.
Wait,
50 for the salamander. No, 50 for the spider, 60 for the salamander.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh.
That's why I was like, nope, something's wrong.
Split the difference, 120.
Both of the things are better.
I should have got a salamander, damn it!
No backsies.
This is why business is down.
I thought I was warm and now I'm not.
I took the black one with the red spots.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
covered.
Because I have my red tabard on now.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
You can snuggle me.
But that's that.
Tail.
You are all. Everybody make an animal handling check real quick, just to see how smooth this journey is gonna go.
I've decided on what my spider looks like.
Oh
Good.
no.
It's not quite a tarantula, but it is a furry wolf spider. It's
Oh.
like a really fucking furry one.
Yeah, just super fluffy.
Hey!
Wow.
I am like one
Are you
with
one
my
with your-
spider. It's 17.
Nice.
19.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
20 total.
All right.
Whoa!
21.
All right.
Dang. Jesus.
7.
We're all kicking it.
You know what? It's kind of just like you're out here learning to be, you're out here learning to make actual friends. You're out here learning to form actual bonds, and the salamander can sense that a little bit, and it has a little bit of hesitation putting its trust in you, but you guys make your way out to a cove which Marion and Quincy are setting up camp at, and you guys are able to sleep for the evening and take a long rest.
Yes!
I realize it's been like a month.
Long rest. Long rest.
I was just thinking that on the way here. I was like, I have nothing.
I don't even remember how many spell slots I have.
You said 40 movement speed for the spider?
30.
50. It's 50. It's 50.
It is 50. It's
And the
30 H
salamander.
points. H points?
Hey, someone's been listening to Australian radio.
What is going on here?
Got those height points.
Got a height point, you don't want it to get down to a Z now, do you, mate?
I've never
Tricky.
listened to Australian radio in my life.
I swear we do this every week.
Guys, I don't think Blue likes me.
That's okay. Scary Terry isn't that scary at all.
I'm scared, Jerry.
Scary Terry.
Scary Terry.
It's Terry, it's scary.
I love Scary Terry. He says what Terry's thinking, but
My salamander is named the Void.
Oh,
devoid of what?
The Void.
The
Does
Void.
anyone else have a name goof they'd like?
oh yeah, yes, I do. Who of the two people has a salamander? Is it Quincy?
Quincy's on a salamander as
Oh,
well, yeah.
Quincy, yours is named Slippery Pete.
You can't just name Quincy's salamander.
I'm cool with it!
They're just going to die. I'm not naming my spider.
You used to hear spiders' eyebrows go.
I made the mistake once with Rugton, and I never looked back.
Can we
What?
name him Rugton?
Yeah, I was about to say, I think you made that mistake more than once.
I know.
Haven't you killed Rupton like so many times?
That's why it has the same name every time.
Yeah, no.
Rugton
I thought
490.
you got the hairy spider so you could name it Rugton.
Oh, that's a good name. I will name him Rugton.
Still not naming mine.
All right.
Oh, but Roland, you look at yours.
Charlotte.
You know what sucks?
You
Charlotte.
look at yours and he has a collar on it. Oh no, his name is Patches. And it's got his long tragic backstory.
I know, my name is
Oh, Roland. I think that you've got feelings somewhere deep down
You got quiet.
in there.
Talk again for me, Archie.
Hello.
Okay, there you go. You kind of faded there for a sec. What'd you say?
Oh, I was just tell me about the backstory. It's nothing.
Oh,
Here's
okay.
a goof.
Move along.
Just doing a good.
You know what happens if you don't name your
Goofs aren't
spider?
funny the second time.
You
We
have
will
to
name your
explain the
spider.
group.
Charlotte,
yeah.
Charlotte.
I almost
Call
did
my
it. I
spider whatever
almost
you
did it,
want.
Charlotte. I was this close.
Charlotte.
As the evening winds down, you guys are getting ready for bed. Is there anything any of you would like to do?
Name Roland Spider.
I'd like to sit down next to Virio.
Oh.
Been carrying this for a while. You seem like you might know some things.
Ooh, what
Do
is
you have
it?
any idea what that is? I can't read it.
Well, I can tell you it's parchment.
What a fucking nerd.
It's fine. I can take it back and.
Nope.
Are we all
There are
listening?
definitely letters.
Hey,
on
we have the
this.
college education.
Can I read this? Am I able to read this?
What languages do you currently
All of
comprehend?
Goblin, Celestial, Orcish, Aarakocra, and Common.
You can no longer read those.
Whoa!
Well, I can't make heads or tails of this.
Is it an aminal?
Can I?
No longer?
Is this a private conversation, or are we?
Yes, roll it. How
Involved.
public are you being about handing
Yeah.
that off?
I mean, would you
I'm not-
listen in anyway?
I'm not like
Maybe.
making a point of hiding that I handed him something, but I was thinking that we were probably a little, not right next to everyone.
Sure.
Do I recognize any of the imagery on it?
Make an intelligence check.
That's not good. Don't make me do those.
How are you supposed to be a professor?
Oh, fuck yes! 18!
Okay. Despite not comprehending anything on it, just with your history, you would recognize that that is a depiction of the
You want the paper?
sorry, I'm trying to think
The
of the word.
frozen ocean, Stygia. The
That,
nine
and also
hells.
the depiction of the tuning fork required to plane shift to it.
Oh, yeah, I know what this stuff is.
What is it?
Can't read it, but
Drawing of a key.
yeah, it's a tuning fork, and it's likely some type of
Well done.
what you knew was a tuning fork.
No.
Oh,
No,
He's just an asshole.
I mean,
oh,
And when he says well done, he might actually mean it.
no,
It just sounds like an asshole thing to say.
no, that's
this is true.
that's a dark place that you're dealing with. It's a type of teleportation magic. It's usually used in those tuning forks to allow you to shift in a planar fashion. The location is not one I would ever suggest going to.
Good to know. I suppose I shall keep this close to the chest.
Yes, yeah. There's beings of dark and great power there. And I would just never suggest going there, ever.
So we entered
Perfect.
and we're like right about
It's
here.
Detroit.
That's,
It's called Detroit!
Check them
I mean,
no man.
yeah.
The entryway to the nine hells.
It's located in a 7-Eleven bathroom in Detroit. It's off the highway. You can't miss it. They only
key-
sell Fago.
The key
It's a 7-Eleven. That's a quick trip product.
The key is tied to a tuning fork, so you can't lose it.
All right, you can get some more in. You got it.
Come on, keep milking this one.
All right, get our channel blocked.
You can buy Doritos, but they're loose. You have to dig them out with a shovel and put them in your own bag.
Anyways, anybody else doing anything through the evening before?
I'm
you-
done.
I wanna be like. So I don't have any books or anything with me, as far as I know. But I want to be like practicing my magic.
Your blade singing,
Yeah,
sure. As your
my
So
little
much
spells or something. I don't know.
where
Maybe
are you practicing it?
In bed.
Oh, just like activating the
Yeah.
song itself and like getting used to the feeling of the blade in your hand and whatnot.
Yeah.
So kind of like muffled through the campground. You all kind of hear like a little music box playing in the background.
Cool.
Oh, you
You guys!
You said it like minutes ago.
Yeah, I just caught up.
Well, I looked over and he's like,
Darting nerds.
that one's on me. I
Getting
will
used to the
admit that.
feeling of the blade in your hand.
That's a beautiful sentence.
While in bed.
Right when you said that, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. Are you under the
some
covers?
muffled sounds?
I hear the
It's
music
like when you're
box.
laying on your phone, like
John, you can call it whatever you want.
burning your spell slot.
he has a couple different names for it.
Just in my bedroom practicing my cantrip.
I'm sorry.
Would anyone else care to do anything while Aurora does questionable things in her tent through the evening?
I broke
I would like to do
the,
non-questionable things. Oh,
Where?
I gotta go talk to Mary.
Oh.
All right.
Hey, he's wearing the same sweatshirt as me.
I would actually like to practice with the staff of the Battlemaster.
Okay, yeah, you're able to, in public, hold what is a staff in your hands, a staff, like a quarterstaff,
Wood?
and then it changes into, I don't know, a sword or something.
Neat.
But you can spend your time attuning to that, yeah.
Vera's just on the side. Meat.
Nice!
Cool!
Holy shit!
Swag!
Every time it changes, you just a different.
He likes cycles. He's only got so many.
Marion is kind of sitting in the center of your campsite by the fire, sort of like going over the map and things like that as you get ready for bed, and everyone around the campsite is being a pervert.
But not Fenric!
Holy shit, look at this stick!
Look at the size of it!
Make it longer!
You just get used to the feel of it in your hand.
In bed.
You know what? I'll just stop describing things.
I appreciate you just go in bed after like.
You're in, I don't know, a castle! I don't know, it's got a knife at the end of it, but it's big. Hey, Fenric.
Hey, Augie. How's it going?
Good, good.
That's good. What you been up to? Like in the last year or so.
Well, I just got down here about 8 months or so ago. I was on the back of the lines during the invasion, but after I saw that happen, I mean, the army pretty much broke. Like, some of them went straight back to Heaven's Gate. Some of them stayed there. Some of us just busted ass to get away from that thing. It wiped out damn near the entire city when it went off.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Hey, were you at the siege of Dunsk?
Dunsk, no. I came up with the main march with some reinforcements after they took Gatekeep. I just marched straight up north to Delaste.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yes, Wolfie! Rugton, bark, Rugton!
Your spider is ill.
It is a wolf spider.
Yes. Well, I'm at least glad to see that you made it out. But did the whole order basically disband?
The ones that I know that made it, a few of the uppers, the leaders went back down to Heaven's Gate because they had to report back, and the army was broken, so we didn't really know what to do. And some of the newer recruits stayed there, and last last I heard, they were there with like the remnants of the other army, just setting up camp around this thing. It's getting bigger as the weeks go by and the year went by, but they've sort of teamed up and are fighting the things that are coming out of it.
Oh, so it's still contained in the city, kind of.
It's about half a mile outside the city now. It's just getting bigger, and the things that come out of it are getting freakier.
That's fair. It was pretty scary when it went off too. I haven't heard much about it in the last year or so.
Well, what have you been up to after that thing busted? I got on the first boat down here, and I wanted to be nowhere near that thing.
Well, I think we got the first carpet out, I think. Yeah, funny story. That actually killed us. Yeah. Yeah, everyone in the throne room. We were my party and I were in the throne room when it went off, trying to stop it. And it was way too strong for us.
What happened? We were just outside fighting, and next thing we know, the tower exploded and half the army got burnt out.
That's not too far about what it looked like on the inside too. It was we were fighting and we were trying to stop him, and then the king, I think you could call him, walked out, and that's about all I remember.
Trade his spider in before the sun comes up, I swear.
Oh, yeehaw!
It was me running around in the back.
So you're like the asshole at the campground with the ATV when it's like lights out.
Fucking making a web.
Does it say Charlotte?
It says good pig, or no one knows what that means. Or some pig.
I feel like I saw this in a puppet show at some point.
For kids.
Oh, for kids. It was for children.
I mean, like, you just died and you woke up? Like, where?
Yeah, I woke up and it was a year later. And that was, I don't know, right about a couple weeks ago?
Approximately a month or so, yeah.
Thunder don't care. A couple weeks. So yeah, I still remember this stuff. I still like remember going to school and that, but I forgot a lot of the things. I'm not quite as good at like as a swordsman as I used to be. I'm still not the smartest either, so I didn't trade off that way.
Hey, I mean, as long as you can, a skill can usually be relearned, and you got an interesting looking sword with you, so.
Yeah, that it is. Do I have visible scars on my arms?
Are you wearing your armor from the academy?
Yes. If I wasn't, why would I have like chain scars from the sword and that binding stuff? I couldn't remember if it was visible or
the lines have not made any, or the threads have not made any visible marks on you at this point.
Okay.
But after when you were speaking with Ilmater, he said that you may at some point gather physical signs of sort of bearing the loads of others.
Okay, cool.
Well, that sounds rough. Shit, man.
Yeah, it was a rude awakening, literally, but it's been pretty good since.
Glad you're in one piece.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, hopefully in one piece. You look like you're walking around all right. You seem like the same Fenric. It's just you fucking died. So that's
Yeah, it was scary. That's for sure. But I think we all made it out okay. Some of us are dealing with it better than others. But some things changed for sure.
yeah. Well, I mean, as long as you guys all got each other to help each other out, everybody goes through things differently, and if somebody's struggling. That's what having a team is for, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're not quite as good as friends as our friends were back in the day, but you know, they haven't kicked me out yet, so we're getting there. I'm growing on them.
You have that knack.
That's what you always used to say. So what have you actually been up to for the last 8 months or so? Just losing bets?
Pretty much. I got down into Zadara, and they had no need for me in Zadara because they all... It's a weird town, man. But I figured out... You know how, like, whenever we were out in, like, the woods and stuff, like, doing training things, like, my allergies would kick off?
Yeah, that was scary.
Underground? Not a problem. So I figured I've got some combat ability, so I figured, hey, I'll be a tour guide back and forth between Zadara and, like, sometimes I make the trip up to Keenlow, sometimes I come over to Steel Farm. It's not the cleanest job in the world, but it pays all right.
Hey, that's you might make a friend in Roland over there. He's got a pretty similar outlook on life.
Yeah. I look over, the Roland's just like glaring at every light that comes by.
So it's a bit. This might be a bit of a personal question, but do you still have your magic and powers? Did all that stuff stay with the order? Are you still practicing?
Not really. They more or less dropped the Oathbreaker. Like everyone who didn't come back right away with the leaders, they named them Oathbreakers, and they've pretty much just been cut off.
That's rough. That's almost worse than dying.
It's been an adjustment, but make and do.
Well, now I'm back. Everything's gonna be fine.
I hope so.
Alright, everyone, lights out. I get to sleep for like probably the 60th time in a lot of years, so I'm going to enjoy this again.
That's what I've been saying. You've just been glaring. Lights out would be nice.
Well, I've certainly been enjoying myself.
We're already underground in a cavern.
Mm-hmm.
What else can you want?
Lights out? I've been saying it for...
I wanted to do more Trevor training.
Oh, okay, sure. We'll say that's all kind of happening before
Yeah.
Virio officially calls for lights out.
I
the old
wanted.
man in the group gets to make the decision.
Yes.
It is bedtime.
It is 8:31!
Yeah. Now you
Once
just
the guy's like, oh, it's getting pretty late.
I've given you 3 minutes of leniency.
In case,
5-minute warning.
in case your clocks aren't all correct.
So what does Trevor... Are you teaching Trevor to do stuff in...
What would
Like
you,
a dog.
Yeah, what would you like to teach Trevor to do?
I want to teach him to look terrifying.
Okay, so you're like an intimidation.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make an animal handling check. See if you can get him to like bristle his fur on the back of his neck and...
Does he still have one? He's got one eye, right?
No, it's fixed.
Oh,
I
yeah.
still have wings. I had wings for 1 hour.
Yeah, say for an hour. So you got some looks when you walked through town.
18.
18. He seems to grasp the concept of like understanding what you mean when you tell him it. Make one more animal handling check to see if he is able to execute.
2.
He looks adorable.
So you say, like, what do you say when you tell him to, like, look scary?
Show your teeth.
Okay, and he, like, stands his paws, and he goes... and his, like, tail wags.
This is a full reaction, yes.
I see this as a complete success.
So not intimidating, but really cute.
Yep.
Well, cool. Now he knows.
It's distracting one way or the
Now he
other.
knows. Now he knows 2 tricks. He
Yes.
knows Fire Elmo and Show Your Teeth.
Yes.
That's what, I couldn't remember what the other ones was. Does it stand? Does he stand on the back?
On his back, on his hind legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I drew him, and he is. It looks like a mastiff, like a mastiff puppy. So
Yeah.
he's like big and floppy and wrinkly, and will get very big.
All right.
Just
So with that, everyone is able to rest. 4 hours for some, 8 hours for the rest of you. All your spell slots are recovered.
10 hours for me.
Abilities are recovered.
Hit points.
Spell slots.
I mean, you still don't have many.
Hit dice.
So.
Oh wait.
Rage!
Unbridled rage!
I'm gonna take this plate back upstairs.
It's kind of funny how you, like,
You're not
you
gonna put it in
can't
your
be
big
super
folder.
angry again until you sleep.
Yeah, I gotta-
Usually it's the other way around.
Maybe you could get angry, but you don't have the energy to like act on it.
Yes, but
I'm
I'm
so
so angry, but like, but
I'm
lazy.
like to tantrum.
Oh my god, we should have had a barbarian for the Weebles and said, I would like to tantrum.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Next time.
Weebles 2.
The evening passes without any incident. The next morning, you guys are all loading up your provisions, which you are all able to pick up your tents. And Marine informed you it's approximately a week to Zadara.
It was on the floor of the kitchen.
Interesting, because it was in my fanny pack.
That was a long face.
The first dog that runs up and licks it is in trouble.
But as you guys are all loading up and getting ready to depart in the morning, you see a group of figures approaching from the direction of the city gate. You see a group of the city guard. One of them stepping toward the front. Holds up a wanted poster in one hand and brandishes a spear in your direction.
Who's ours?
Our own.
My first response is, as soon as I see wanted, I'm just like, we didn't do the heist.
We just look like those guys.
My name is Captain Ned Rugustin. You are all under arrest by the order of Lady Lorelei Halfhand, for being party members of harboring a wanted fugitive.
But not again!
To the ceiling!
I hate when I get arrested for partying.
Are they on like mounts?
They seem to be on, like, small ponies.
Are we all packed up?
Fenrick's trading
You
up.
guys are in, like, the middle of loading up.
Oh, okay.
Aurora.
Gertrude.
Gertrude,
Yes.
do you want me to... I flex. It's not very impressive. Take care of this.
As you're doing that, there's a puff of smoke from the back of your guys' campsite, like a very huge, like
A vape
unreasonably
cloud.
large, basically
God
a vape cloud.
Damn
comes
it, you guys. Stop
swooping
it.
outward, and you see a red ember burning in the center of it, and you hear a voice say, "No, that'd be out of your jurisdiction now, wouldn't it, Neddy?" And a figure steps through it, and you all recognize Captain Mudpate Silverknuckle from the checkpoint when you entered the city. Step through.
My favorite person.
These fine folk are no longer in the city, and they've got a long trip ahead of them. So, by order of Lady Freya Halfhand, why don't you stand down and go back into your city where it's nice and cozy? And they're sort of having this stare down.
I'm like...
And
Me,
then
yeah.
as he steps out between your group and theirs, you see several other soldiers join him that are dressed in the heavy plate. You recognize a lot of the hammers of Meradrin joining up between the two of you.
I turn my tabard inside out, and I walk up with them.
I'm like...
One of them like looks down at you.
I'm like in the background, like, fight.
Roland, among the soldiers that you see, you recognize the cleric that you were speaking to at the temple. And he sort of gives you a nod as he walks past you.
Hey.
Now, this can come to blows, or you can just let him go. You know you've got this outnumbered, all in all, but by the time you get through us, we'll have cut down half your men. So, what's it gonna be?
Which direction do we want to be heading? Like, do we want to be heading towards the guys that want to
They're blocking
capture
their path.
us, or do we want to head in the direction of the people that are...
The city guard have come down from the gate that you came through yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
The Hammers of Meradrin have come through the Underdark region, are standing between the city guard and the group of
Campground.
So it's
Yeah.
City Guard, Meradrin, us.
Yes.
Where we
Gotcha.
want to go.
Yes.
So we can
We're just
Perfect.
packing.
Well done.
So
Yeah.
if you guys
Well, we could just
make a
leave.
rush to hoof it, you may do so.
Let's hoof it!
Yeah.
I don't know if this is gonna go well.
Oh, okay.
I
was looking for a workout this morning, but we can run.
I'm gonna cast
We have salamanders
prestidigitation
and...
and make a firework in the city guard's face that like talked like
Okay.
directly in his face.
You can like utter a short phrase.
Scatter!
Alright, as that happens, you see the Hammers of Meradrin push up closer to them, and you are all able to throw your things together, blast of the things that you can, and begin buffing it down the running down the tunnel.
I yell,
Hoofing?
Hoofing it may be the word, but I was trying
We're
to
jumping on our, like...
hopping on your mounts and
Yeah, so we're not, like, running.
Scattering
we're
out of
just,
there.
Yeah.
We're scatter.
scatter.
Camp heist!
That was my salamander legs, if you're wondering what I was doing.
That was just
Mine
Tanner.
evolved into a butterfly overnight.
You see that Augie is kind of like trying to make
Salamanders
it so
don't turn
small
into
and throwing his hood
butterflies.
up over his head so as not to be recognized by the city guard as this is all happening. But
Who did?
Augie. Shortly after, you hear the sound of metal clanging in the distance as you all skitter away from Steel Farm Gap. Seems like it.
We're gone.
Is it just like a straight shot? Is this like a
The
tunnel?
The road is a very like straight passageway. As you get further away from the gate, you do notice that like really nice, clean, upkept carving kind of begins to wane somewhat. It looks less and less impressive. Everyone make an animal handling check to see how you travel through the day.
I've done worse!
Oh, Boise.
Nice. Rolling hot today.
Yeah.
It's not a 1.
Okay.
16.
17.
9.
9.
Nay.
All right.
Why am I so bad?
If you have me the map there, I'll sort of mark off where you guys
Showtime.
have gotten to.
Showtime.
Your first day of riding goes pretty well without incident. It's just you guys getting used to your animals and your animals getting
9.
used to you.
This is a 9, Kelly. That's a 9.
I rolled a 9. Not a 2 like I thought.
It's
Because it looks
a
like...
9 with a line under it, so you know that that's
The line looked like the bottom of the tube.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
After a full day's ride, you guys make it to about there.
After a fool's day.
Fool's day,
Stop
Was
it,
it
Becca.
Was it you said a week all the way to Zadara? Or to
roughly, yeah.
Okay.
Like on a
But
good
the
trip,
thing
it's
is,
a
April, it
week
looks
for
like
a straight
tube.
shot.
Yeah, but you pick it up and it's got a full like circle up top.
It's
Hey, no dice
Look,
shaming.
here's
Come
the
on.
number. Here's the 2.
I'm being dice shamed.
Yeah.
As
Here's
you
the
guys
2.
make it to the end of your first day of travel, Marion and Quincy pull off to the side in a small, somewhat. It looks like there was like a pile of rubble, like part of the wall had crumbled away, and there's a little alcove.
I try to come with.
Okay. They
Have the lights continued on as they were? Those little blue.
They continued with you for maybe like the first hour or two.
Mm.
After that, they disappeared. But every so often, there's a dim panel of what looks to be almost like it's a mosaic. It's like a pale red color, and it looks like almost like the sun setting behind a stained glass window. So it's not a lot of light, but it like lights the path, and you can see them every maybe like 50 feet or so.
Okay.
It's red, so it doesn't ruin your dark vision.
Yeah.
I was like, does anybody have a light, or can we see?
I
with
have
this
dark
little
vision
bit of
120 feet.
I cast light on Aurora's staff.
Face.
There you go.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
I can see.
Yeah, I don't need it, so you can have it.
Thanks.
I can only have one going at a time anyways, so...
I've got my flashlight that I turn on.
That's true. You have your Everlight torch, which you
Yes.
can light up,
Flashlight.
including your candle on top of your head.
And
as
my
well.
candle, of course. Of course.
The most powerful
That's
light.
what I thought you were talking about. Now
Your
it's like,
Everlight.
How many? 1, 2, 3?
No.
On the first evening, Marion addresses the group and says, "I'm going to do the watch in 2 shifts. I suggest putting 2 people on it at a time."
I can take
I'm
one.
already laying down to sleep.
I would like to try something with Toby. I want to create some sort of landing area up, hanging from suspended from the ceiling via web,
Okay.
and would like to either myself camp up there or have everybody camp up there.
Okay. So you would be able to make a hammock for yourself. Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
23.
Oh yeah.
Toby,
Clerics have high wisdom. Yeah,
Yep.
that makes sense.
Toby makes you a very
Good
nice
clerics.
little like hammock that you can sleep in.
Badass.
You can't
Come up
get out
and
of
join
it.
so the traffic can get through.
It looks
You can hide.
It looks terrifyingly like a bug that's about to be eaten.
Yeah.
Oh, so the
I'm very
goblin is
restless
about
when I
to eat.
sleep, so I did.
This is somebody something.
So for first watch, who would like to?
I'm okay waking up early, but I'd rather go to bed now.
I can
I'm
take
already-
first watch.
All right, rolling for first.
I'll take it.
Aurora with
Yeah, I'm
first.
already asleep.
You were asleep before we set up camp.
Probably.
And Virio, you said you would start second watch.
If that's the last one, yes.
Okay.
I can hop on with that.
And Fenric. Actually, it would be 3 watches, so I'll put Marion on in the middle with you, Fenric.
I can take. So if
Shut up
we're
and go to
doing,
bed.
Are we doing like 3 4-hour watches then?
Yeah.
I can take 2 of them. I'll be awake.
All
Anyway.
right, so Virio and Roland.
Oh, buddy.
Yep.
How many more would you need? I
We
can
can
take.
talk more about forks.
That should be
Oh,
that should be
yes.
plenty. That's 2 per 4-hour shift.
Okay.
So for the first 4 hours, everyone is able to get to bed, eat their rations, things like that. I need Roland and Aurora to make perception checks.
You know, I was about to say something I'm good at, so I'm gonna roll low.
Yeah.
I should have said it. I should have put money on it. It's a 9.
10.
Oh boy.
We're not.
Sorry guys,
great
we're all gonna
pair.
die.
Roland's pocket heist.
Wait, fuck. I forgot. Root can just do the whole watch himself. Fuck. I'm gonna sleep. You're hanging out with Roopton.
Can Rookton also make a
So
perception
you like
check
shot
for us?
up like Kronk.
He's up all night. Either way.
I suppose you can make a perception check for him.
Does he not sleep ever?
No. He has a thing where he doesn't sleep, and he can wake me up if he's in 100 feet. Like, instantly. It's great.
Rookton.
Not great, though.
Oh, okay.
That was a very
Is it
dramatic
in double
roll.
digits?
It is in the double digits. It is 12.
Hey, better
Roofton
than
scored higher than both Roland and I.
Alright.
Got dark vision.
Wow. This is really sad.
You said.
Highs or lows between the two of you that are awake?
Always go lows.
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 Okay. Your watch seems to go without incident.
Thanks.
You do, as you're sitting there, you notice maybe just because you're getting deeper underground or you're getting further in, you begin to smell more of a
Sorry.
earthy kind of rotting smell. That's what I was gonna say. Anyways,
God damn it.
Sorry.
you smell more of a Tanner's farts.
Tanner. Not Fenric.
Yeah, I know. I
Specifically Tanner.
I heard that one. I was like, damn. Okay, fine.
Next up is Fenric and Marion.
I'm going home.
Could I actually have myself wake up and secretly also keep watch for that second half?
For the second watch,
Yeah,
if you'd like to, yeah.
What is?
on my own.
Oh, you want to take the watch by yourself?
No, like everybody else is watching, and I will also watch without them knowing I'm watching.
Sure. Make 4 perception checks.
Yes. You're
Root
also
to
not a
knows
pervert.
nothing.
I see. I saw less.
What'd you get for yours, Archie?
5.
5.
We gonna
5.
die.
What?
We all, and it's not my fault this time.
Right? Watch number 2, highs or lows, Archie
Did,
and Fenric.
did Marion check it out?
You did.
Okay.
You didn't do good.
Lows?
Lows. Sure.
Question mark? Lows.
Okay.
Beans!
We gonna die, son.
I don't
We gonna
believe
die.
in death.
We already died once. It's fine.
Didn't hurt that much.
No.
Alright,
Kinda
you're
sucked.
Quick.
You think in the direction that you're
That was the
Moving.
first time with me.
you feel like you can distantly hear some noises. You can't tell if it's like someone talking or like screaming or what it is. Like you hear voices coming from down the tunnel, like long ways away. It's barely distinguishable as like sound coming down. You just hear like a and it just like dies like the instant you like pick it up on the back of your mind.
Good whispers or bad whispers?
It seems to be indistinguishable. It's just you can hear the tonal patterns of voices, but you can't make any words out.
Secret
Okay.
tunnel. Secret tunnel.
I was thinking diggy diggy hole.
But yeah, nothing else seems to happen during your watch. Would you like to
Disheartening.
Are you talking to your buddy?
Do you have to sleep?
Candleman?
Candleman? I forgot what your name.
Oh,
Archie!
Candleman.
I was gonna tell Augie and Archie are so close name wise.
He would need the 8-hour rest, otherwise he will take a point of exhaustion.
He's a goblin.
Oh, okay. You're not sleeping. I'm worried about you, man.
Oh, that's something I didn't know.
Well, now you do. Yep, you
Now I
require
do.
you require 8 hours of sleep during sleepy times.
All right.
Me too.
That was way off in the distance.
Next,
That was the voices.
final watch is Virio and Roland.
Roland, are you okay with just Rookton doing this? I want more sleep.
That's fine by me.
Okay. Rookton, do a good job, okay?
Rookton and Roland.
What was that?
Rookton and Roland.
I get it.
Dope. 20.
Okay.
7.
Roland, you still kind of hear that murmuring noise just because,
Cool.
like, it's... Excuse you.
Sorry.
Smells
That
like
was Bowie.
death.
It smells like rotting earth.
Virio, Rookton. Does Rookton have dark vision?
No. He doesn't.
Okay. Rookton hears it as well. But he hears it better. And
He would wake me up if it is a thing that he thinks is dangerous.
Okay,
He knows to wake me.
It sounds
Like that.
questionable. You wouldn't rate it as safe or dangerous off the bat. It's still really hard to tell.
Okay.
But you can definitely hear that there are like multiple voices approaching.
Okay.
There's one.
So I'll kind of leave it up to you whether or not that'd be something.
I don't know if he
he
would. Like,
Yeah.
he's not very. He's like, he knows when it's danger.
He's a bird.
Like, he gets danger, but like that's indistinguishable.
Yeah. All right, and it comes to be morning. You all load up.
How do we know it's morning?
Marion just kind of like rouses everybody when it's up time. He's got this 8-hour.
He's got the keen mind.
He's got the
You don't have an alarm set?
He knows exactly what time it is all the time.
Good luck waking me up.
As he begins to rouse the camp, he steps over to take sort of a head count to see, like, okay. Notices no Kismet. Sees Kismet's tent. Walks over to it, reaches into his robe, and pulls out a small melodica. And begins to play it. Wow, really well. So you wake up to like a really nice melodica solo.
I thought he was just gonna be like,
I was really hoping I was gonna roll really badly, but no, he plays like a really nice tune on it. That was a natural
dude, have you been
19.
practicing?
My face out of the tent.
Doot, doot, doot. Hot Cross Buns isn't licensed, right? Doot, 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 doot.
Pretty sure. I think.
It's time to go. Doot, 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 doot. Guess what's for breakfast? Doot, 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 doot. Not Hot Cross Buns.
Not hot crust buns.
Rations.
Cold.
You may eat them if
rations.
you like.
That's a less popular song. Though.
Cold, boring rations.
Cold,
Same thing
boring
again.
ration. Cold, boring ration. Yeah, I know this hit.
Virio's like mixed his with hot water and turned it into a porridge.
Warm, bland rations.
Warm, bland food.
It'll keep me alive.
I won't die.
Add some more salt.
I think we ran out.
So you guys are all able to eat and mount up as you begin heading down the corridor once again.
I'll take the front and keep an eye out.
All right, perfect.
I'm staying on the ceiling.
This is my home now.
I
You're
just
able
feel like
to,
it's the best way to travel.
while the spiders are carrying you, they're able to go on the walls, but they are not able to go upside down.
All right, I will be high up on the ceiling.
Okay, as
On
close
the
as you
walls.
can be.
The ceiling walls.
All right. So as you're all making your way along,
Some good chips, huh?
Yeah.
the
Good chip lollipop.
the floor begins to get covered with these very thin, ropey, almost sinewy tendon-like items, and as you're getting further in, you can see that they are, in fact, these long growing molds which connect to like these mushroom growths that are sort of popping up all over the place. The ground here seems to be more cracked. The road seems to be fairly broken up here. It could possibly be from an incident which occurred here, or it could just be like the growth of the mushrooms has somehow permeated into the stone and has begun cracking up the floor.
It would go this way.
Hmm?
Yeah, the mushrooms in your hand gesture were this way, but they would come this way.
Well, yeah.
It's irrelevant. It's super irrelevant.
The roots are growing down
True.
and across.
Gotcha.
So that's what you all notice.
Neat.
And as you're making your way in a little bit further, you can still see those mosaic panels kind of lighting the way as you get further in. And there are actually some large purple mushrooms that are popping up along the sides as well. The heads of them, some of them are yay big, then down to like $50 size, like all manner of different size variation as you're making your way through, and you can sort of see some spores lingering in the air. And everybody make a perception check for me. Those of you who are on the ground, make a perception check for me.
How's the smell?
Not great.
Okay.
Is it worse than it was before?
It seems to be slowly getting worse.
19.
Okay.
22.
Okay. Okay.
It's a hot one. Hot
Get your
cross one.
roll.
That is a 21.
There you go. All right.
10.
Turn it around.
Okay, so if you rolled a 15 or higher, you notice that there are some weird bumps and bulbous protrusions from under some of these roots. And as you're making your way across them, you can see that there are rotting bodies beneath some of them.
What kind of bodies?
Humanoid for the most part. It seems that some travelers were caught up by something, and then you realize what the source of the sound was that you had heard echoes of in the evening. It was the sound of these beings dying. As you see about 40 feet ahead of you, this it looks like just wet dough squeezing itself up through these mushroom roots and forming up, and you see eyes mismatched all over the place and mouths, and they all seem to be chattering, some screaming out in pain, some talking casually, some like moaning in displeasure, just all these different voices washing over the top of each other and echoing, and you see them all turn and this weird hazy, like when the road is too hot, like you're coming up over a hill in summer, like you see it like wavering around its form. And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Hot dead. Get your hot dead.
See you guys in like 10 minutes
Hot
or so.
cross
We'll be back
dead.
with
Hot cross.
combat.
Yay!
Welcome back. We're in combat now. We rolled initiative out, so first up we have Roland, followed by Fenric, followed by Aurora. So Roland, you see this big, gross, tentacly, mouthy sludge thing kind of worming its way toward you.
Hate it.
So how are we working the mounts? They just going on our turns?
If you are mounted up, then yep, they will go with you. They are not bred for attack or anything like that, so using them in combat will not really be an option.
Sure.
But you can use them for your movement. However, keep in mind what your hit points on them are.
Cool. Alrighty.
So we can use them to run over, but they're not going to attack with us. Sort of.
Exactly, yeah.
But they're not necessarily going to shy away immediately.
Yeah.
Perfect.
They have some survival instinct to a certain extent, but
We weren't trained
To
for
a
this.
certain extent.
they didn't teach us this in stable school.
Why do you guys think that you both thought that was very funny?
It reminded me of the thing I posted yesterday.
It was more so just like, what?
He's just dumb.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's
joke.
fair. I have a very lame sense of humor.
Oh, do tell.
I accept.
What are you going to do?
I am going to
Run away
on
and
my
shoot
spider. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because it's 50, right? Cool. Alright, I believe I still am outside my first range increment, so... I guess I'll just shoot him at disadvantage.
Alright. Fire away.
Oof. Great. That's a 10 to hit.
A 10 hits.
Ooh.
Okay.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
High HP, low AC.
Yeah.
Is that Rook's?
Or was it metagame Rookton?
That is 8 points of piercing damage.
Alright. Anything else?
Can I? Here's a question. Can I use my bonus action to dash on my spider? Okay.
Nope.
Ditch it. Bye.
See ya.
If you wanted a Mario jump and abandon it, yes.
Oh no!
Moin. I am
Yoshi.
actually going to. Can I use my bonus action to hide behind it?
I mean, you can hide yourself on it if you would like to, yeah. You can certainly make that.
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Oh, and I missed the thing.
Real good roll on that one.
Roland's falling apart.
Fall in. Hey, it's
good.
23 though.
Okay. Alright.
That's my turn.
Next up is Fenric, followed by Aurora.
I can't see. I actually can't.
I like this song. Keep going.
Meow.
I could sing you a tune.
Just gonna throw a javelin at it.
Alright.
Too far. Yeah. Yeah. Javelin. Nope.
Okay. Your javelin flies out and
Well,
skitters
wait.
to
It's a 9.
the... A 9 hits.
Woo! Okay.
I was like, wait a second, that might actually hit.
Are these dealing the damage that we think they're dealing?
It seems like it.
Okay. So you're really high HP.
It's a pile of flesh.
Yeah.
8 points of damage.
Alright.
No.
Alright. Anything else, Fenric?
Just say,
No idea what just
no.
happened.
It's like when you said hoofda, I lost it. Just so you
Good.
know.
I asked a stupid question, and
Oh.
Becca started laughing very loudly, even though I was trying to ask it quietly.
When have you known me to laugh quietly?
Can you ask it louder, please? I feel
Aurora,
left
what would
out.
you like to do?
She reads off her phone.
Well, at first I was going to do a spell, and then I turned to Becca and I said, Becca, are we level 5? And then she started laughing because the spell has something different when you're level 5, and I couldn't remember. It's been a long day.
We're
Level 2.
That's fair.
I know. Okay, well, now I
I
know.
mean, like, if you take a 5 and, like,
It says level 1.
All right.
Draw a line under it.
I am going to... Let's see. So, these squares are 5. Sorry.
5 feet, yeah.
5 feet. Alright, so I'm within range then. From where I'm standing right now.
What is the range?
If I
of
do
this
a
spell?
ranged attack. Alright, so... So that's 75, and I have 120 feet.
Okay.
So I'm good.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to cast Chill Touch.
All right.
And I'm going to...
chill of the
I'm actually going to step off of my salamander as well.
Okay.
So my salamander is going to be like here, and I'm
Alright.
here.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
19.
That is a hit.
Yeah.
All right.
You didn't even add your spell attack to that.
Oh no, I didn't add whatever. It
It's
doesn't
fine.
matter.
It's,
Yeah.
it's above 9.
Yeah.
It hits
A 9
hard.
hit.
Just don't roll a 1. That's what you do.
Do you need?
No.
You got it.
I don't know. I'm falling apart too.
This whole table.
Max damage.
8.
Plus, no, that's right, it's just 8.
All right.
Yeah.
All 3 of you have dealt 8 damage now. Yeah.
We have.
Keep
Probably
this train
64
rolling.
health.
All right.
Of
I would
cold-
like
of
to
cold damage.
take the end of my turn to apologize for some of the stupidity that I just had. We can move on now. Let's
Guys,
never
I'm
talk
having
about it again.
stupidity. Don't mind me.
That's cold damage, right?
I need a
It
shirt.
is
that says
necrotic
that. I'm
damage.
having stupidity.
Is there cold damage?
Yeah.
You see the creature sort of slurp down into the ooze and move forward. Right there.
Okay.
And as it sits there, I need Roland, Fenric, and both your mounts to make a strength save.
Just roll for the mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Haha! That is a 1!
Strength save of 3 for me.
Okay.
God.
I rolled a 6.
So you're so weak.
I am so weak. My spitter got an 18.
Okay.
No plus for the things.
Correct.
I got a 14. It got a 19.
Okay. Roland, you see that weird, like, hazy aura around the thing that sort of moved?
Aurora?
A Roland.
A hazy aurora?
The ground beneath, you notice that the ground beneath your mount's feet and that effect sort of hazes up. It almost makes the ground dough-like around you. Like the flesh has cooled out beneath it. Roland, you personally have 0 movement until its next turn.
Good.
Isn't that so funny?
Alright.
While we're talking about that, how does that correspond to movement with our mounts?
Your mount can still move, it's just that if you were dismounted for some reason,
Like trying to hide behind it, let's say.
yeah, you would not be able to make any movement actions. And your speed is reduced to 0.
So, but you can like still be on the mount, and the mount can take you with it.
If you are able to, if you have all your faculties, you can tell your mount to move. However, the 20-foot square around this beast is now difficult terrain.
Okay, good.
So all movement is halved as well.
Perfect.
I don't like the
Then-
word doughy in relation to flesh.
That's fair.
No, we all can't be thin.
Now it is going to use its action. The first action will be Fenric. He is going to bite your mount.
No.
I didn't give any. No, did I give any C to your mounts?
No.
No.
Okay,
Probably like 10.
I was going to say 10. So the bite attack,
Oh, she's got 12 AC.
the bite will land, and it needs to make another strength save.
6.
It is knocked prone.
Are you
It's
on
you.
it?
Yep.
Yes.
So your mount is now prone.
I was close to the ground anyway.
Then its second attack will be at you, Fenric.
Okay.
With advantage.
And you see it.
Oh, I should have done that.
It is a ranged attack.
Oh, okay.
But you yourself are
Oh,
not
like-
prone. Your beast is.
Mm-hmm.
You're just.
But you see this weird chemical churning up in its insides, and it fires forward toward you.
That's uncomfortable.
Sexy. Now you're
Does a 18 hit you?
Yes.
All right.
Dang.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Did my salamander take any damage?
Not. Oh, yes, it did. I'll give you that in a sec.
Sounds good. That was a con save?
Yep.
That is a hot 7.
You are blind.
This side of the table's doing real good, guys. We're
That
You're
sounds
doing
better
great.
than
This is-
having to witness the
This is my sweet spot, actually.
when you're blind.
Oh yeah, you do so well when you're
You
blind.
do.
oh no.
You're
You
like,
deal out that damage to your mount. Real
yes.
And I didn't take any damage. That was just a
Correct.
blinding
You are
effect.
just blind.
Vision comes
14.
too. You don't have a salamander.
Take
There's an
17
odd
points.
doughy
Your mount
flesh in
takes
your
17
feet,
points of damage.
Sorry, guys. You aren't getting any heals. Only my salamander is.
No.
That will end its turn.
Holy shit balls.
So, next up is Virio, followed by Archie.
Ah! I yell as I slowly dismount.
Just I'm imagining like yeah, and then like but also like reaching for the ground with your foot to like
Checking to make sure you don't have anything important on you, putting it back in the saddlebags.
Yeah.
Yeah, you,
Does it cost half my movement to dismount? Or like, what's the dismounting rules?
We'll say it's a bonus action to dismount.
Okay, I just...
And then I move 5, 10, 15,
20.
25, 30...
Virio, as you cross that glowing mushroom there, I would like you to...
Damn it.
Oh, nope, hold on.
Glowing one heals me. Yes! I have no damage.
It makes... Okay, just one attack against you as you run past that glowing mushroom.
What?
16 hit.
Yep.
Okay, you take 5 necrotic damage as one of those purple mushrooms sort of explodes and that cloud of spores gets into you.
Okay.
Ew.
How far away is the flesh boy?
Maybe
From
like
you right now.
15,
Yeah.
10.
And the 20-foot radius around it is that dough-like substance. So if you did not want to enter that, I could say you can move back to
Wait,
that.
so how far am I again?
15 right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna just toll the dead. I'm gonna be like,
Do you not want to be in the dough?
Would you like to do that outside of the range of its 20-foot? You can see it on the
nope,
ground.
nope. The plan is to be in the dough.
Okay, okay, then you'll have to make a strength save.
Okay, that's fine. Oh no, I lied. 8.
Okay, your speed is 0.
That's fine. This is all part of the plan. Toll the dead. Bong.
Alright, that's
I feel
a
a
wisdom
TPK
save on
coming
my
on.
end.
Yep.
Alright. Straight up and down roll. That is a natural
You're gonna
1.
Haha.
I got this thing right where I want.
You are going to
I'm
take.
You're blind.
And he hasn't moved yet.
You're like float like a butterfly.
6.
D12?
Yep.
Okay.
6
I just
necrotic damage.
Alright.
I can't see anything.
Hey, you dealt something other than 8.
Yep. Bong.
still hear you.
It's like Luke with the Force.
Alright.
Or the
Who's the fall?
Anything else for you?
Nope, that's it.
Alright.
You've turned off your tracking computer.
Next
That's
up
the
is
tracking
Archie.
Archie.
All right. While on the wall, could I get within 60 feet?
You got it.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't see the map.
Spider
60.
is 30, 50.
50 feet of movement, yep.
He's trying.
5, 6, 6,
Are we gonna
7,
point him
8,
down at the map at all?
9, 10. So
we
you could
could-
definitely get within
wanna?
60 feet of the boy.
If you were up against the wall, though, that may not be.
Did you want to be on the wall on your spider?
I would like to remain on the wall. It seems like there's a lot of
Okay.
dangerous things on the ground, and
Okay, so
it's staying away from the ground.
2,
Across.
3, 4, 5,
You guys are in the
6,
center.
7, 8,
So it'd be like 50.
9,
It's like 50.
10.
Oh shit, I'm resistant
11.
to necrotic damage. Fuck you.
It's 60 from this wall.
Okay.
Two
So we
hits.
could say that, yeah, you could get there if you were on the wall to begin with. You could do a straight shot across. Yep.
All right, Sacred Flame.
All right. Dexterity save.
Dexterity save.
Alrighty. 14, actually. He's got a minus to Dex, surprisingly.
Wow.
So what was your total?
It was 14.
Oh, I have 13. No, you did it.
Oh, he saved. Your fire
Shit.
comes down and it just sort of makes a ring in the middle of it, and your fire hits the ground.
The fleshy doughboy has a high dexterity
He
save.
doesn't. He has a negative.
Save.
Oh, yes, he
Dexterity
rolled a
save.
good save, yeah. All right. Is that it for you, Archie?
Yeah, that'll be it.
All right. Next up is Marion and Quincy. If you could scooch Quincy, dwarf, forward about to the edge of the thing where Virio was when he ran past the mushroom. Right there is
Yeah.
fine. Just not at the mushroom.
No, she's like on the crystals.
There.
Sorry, the crystals and the mushrooms are
The
mushrooms
Oh.
in this instance.
Could you go this way
Yeah.
to the side of it?
Perfect. And she reaches into her robes and pulls out this what looks like to be like a folded up like fan, but she pulls it out and it reaches around and you see a long metallic boomerang and she hurls it towards the creature.
Is she an artificer?
Yep.
Yeah.
11 hits. I was like, oh, only a oh yeah, right.
Hey, it's your artificer luck coming through.
Coming in clutch. All right, she deals 6 points of damage.
8s and 6s.
Then that will end her turn. If you could move Augie up alongside her, he is going to pull out a longbow, and he is going to fire it.
It's a weird looking dragonborn.
It's a natural 9 and hits. So he
You
hits
got a weird
for
looking frame.
8 points of damage.
God.
8s and 6s.
All right, that is it for them. Kismet, you are up next.
I am getting off of the void.
Okay.
And like
I dismount the void.
That's.
and I like gesture for it to like move away.
Yes, master.
And I'm just gonna cast Firebolt from where I'm at
All right,
it.
fire away.
18.
That is a hit.
Glug, glug.
8 fire damage.
No way!
For real.
Oh god, what's 8 divided by 2 though?
Oh no! Oh no!
I already thought about that one. Where is it?
And I think we've dealt 8 points of damage 4
times.
It's transcended the campaigns.
Mantra's gonna be killed by like a Sesame Street, the giant number 4. He's gonna like curb stomped.
I don't get it.
Listen to the other campaign.
I know, I got it. That was, yeah.
Does the fire damage do any sort of different damage?
It does not seem
Okay.
like it, no.
It was fiery.
The
That's-
smell of burning flesh now joins the smell of rotting flesh.
Burning
in this space.
doughy flesh.
That's a terrible smell.
It's now cooked.
I know.
Gross.
Working
Does
it
that
every
mean it-
day.
Back up to the
Burning
top.
flesh?
Roland.
We work in an operating room, dude.
And sometimes I cook poorly. Roland followed by
goodness.
Fennec.
Flushed away, thank you.
Flesh
Or,
away.
Oh!
Or just
Okay,
swallow
so
a chicken
my
nugget.
spitter is not restrained or whatever, right?
It is not,
You mean
but it is in
Charlotte?
difficult terrain.
Sure. Okay, I'd like to have it just like bug out
Ha!
Hey.
All right.
Spiders aren't.
So you have half movement to do so.
So 25 feet this way, whatever. It's like
All right.
there or so.
You are within its room for its. It has reach, so it will have an opportunity attack.
Oh, it will. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll take that.
All right.
Oh, shit. I think I have to be able to see to be able to use my protection fighter.
It's like people you can see.
Yeah, that makes sense. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah. But I heard him slurp at him.
It is biting at your mount because that is closer.
Cool. Oh, I'm not on it anymore.
Oh, you're jumping off. Okay, so
Yeah,
that was
so
you.
I'm
Right.
off
Oh,
it.
because
and
the
then,
AC would have been different. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you take
I don't like how many dice you're rolling.
No.
19 points of damage.
He has a
It's
lot of
5d6, baby.
might.
Oh my goodness.
I can take it.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
It almost killed my salamander.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will almost kill me.
That would kill me.
It sounds like he didn't want us to take these mounts further than this adventure.
Or maybe not just charge at the deadly sludge with them, but
that too.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. All right.
Fenric is way too slow, so it would have taken him 3 turns to do that.
that's okay. He was moving towards you guys.
It's true.
We would have met
Meet
in the
me
middle.
halfway.
I just stand there like this.
Remind me, ranged attacks within reach, like within threatened squares. So, because I'm still in a threatened square, correct?
Yes.
So if I make a ranged attack,
No, I
What
think it's
happens
within
there?
5 feet.
Yeah, I was
Right.
gonna say as long as you're not in melee. Well,
Gotcha.
you're not in melee with.
okay,
Yeah. Like, just because it can swat at you with its arms, it doesn't mean, like,
Yeah.
you're trying to shoot it where you're, like,
It's
cool.
arms.
Yeah. It can reach you
It's
with a
3
melee attack,
arms.
but you can't reach it.
Together.
it's a 10 to hit,
That is a hit.
shooting it.
But if it's just
Cool.
like one arm is just
Come on.
holding the other arm,
Exactly.
and then this arm is like
So
holding.
they're 8 points of damage.
All right.
I
like,
don't know
the
what to
next
tell
arm
you.
like this.
Yeah, exactly that.
Like
Portal
this.
opens
And
in
then,
the
then
ceiling.
it bitch slaps you.
This is
Alright.
amazing.
Alright, anything else from you, Roland?
That's me done.
Alright, Fenric.
You know what would be a great feat, or like something there? Impaired attacks. You have like advantage on like if you're ever impaired. I'm going to swing at where I thought it was because it has not moved since I've been blinded.
Alright. Go ahead and make a attack with disadvantage.
I should have waited until you're.
Nope. Well, I mean yes, but not great. 12.
Okay.
Apparently, I forgot how to play a rogue.
Got him. 5. 5 points damage.
Oh,
It
you
was a
broke
5.
it.
I said 5. Then. I should have said 8.
Alright.
I still hit it when I was blind.
Yeah.
It's true.
Did I get him?
Yep.
And I have my salamander run away. So he
An
was.
attack of opportunity.
He has 2 reactions.
Oh yeah, you did.
Got
use
him.
that. You were right.
So he's gonna have to use half of it to stand up because he's prone.
Yep.
And then half it for the difficult terrain.
Yep.
60.
But it still gets down to
15
15.
feet.
I don't need this.
There we go.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, I'll...
He's number 1.
Mine's like ish.
Yep. And I'm all done.
number 4.
Yep,
Oh,
I
no.
thought there might have been something.
Oh, we got
I'm
the
going
5,
to-
Didn't he?
I don't know. I'm gonna make. I'm next, right?
Yes.
I am going to shoot my. I'm gonna just move a little bit and then shoot my crossbow.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Alright.
Woo! I think that's the second
Misses.
time you've done that with a
25.
ranged attack.
All right, and then I'm going to roll damage, and then do you double the?
You don't get
wait,
to roll damage.
how do you
Double the dice.
double the dice? Okay, so 8, but then plus 8, 11 damage.
Okay.
Boom. Got him.
If you add
Okay.
mine and then divide it by 2, we each did 8 damage. There you go. We averaged out to 8. Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why?
This is the bad boy.
Why? If it happens later, or if I'm blinded and then I use divine sense to know its location, would I get my disadvantage removed?
The dog was barking too.
I suppose if you burned that. Yeah, I'd say you could negate that if you burned that out.
Okay. Nice.
All
That's a good idea.
right, so I need everybody within 20 feet of it
That's me.
to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Okay. It's better than my strength.
That's a 20 total.
That's still a 5.
Okay.
Sheesh. Why?
Oh, that is also a 5.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
make them for your mounts as well if they are within
Oh
range.
no, haha.
Mine's
fuck
gone.
Yep.
No.
No, all of our mounts are outside the range.
Alright.
Oh,
now.
cheesed it.
Oh, just barely. Oh fuck.
All right. So those of you who did not beat a 15,
Nope.
it. Yep.
so what happens is you see all the mouths just going and like they start like screaming and you hear like men's and women's and children's voices just screaming and battling like louder and louder and louder. You feel like a little touch of madness in the back of your head. Until your next turn, you cannot take reactions, and during your next turn, you will have to roll a d8 to determine where you move. And we'll come to that on your next turn. So that's Virio, Fenric, and Roland.
Shoot. I'm fine.
Oh, you saved. Okay.
Correct.
So Roland and Virio. Then it is going to roll its d6 to see if its spit recharges. Nope, it does not. So it will just make its attack against Fenric, who is closest. 10.
Nope.
All right. It misses with its attack.
I did not.
Virio,
Oh,
roll a d8.
don't tell me which way to move.
What is next to me?
That is my mount, my spider.
Ah.
8. Sucker.
An 8.
Free movement.
On an 8, you make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within reach, or you do nothing if you can't make an attack.
I can't make an attack.
So you do nothing.
Because I don't have my reach weapon out. I have my
God.
Hydra tooth, so.
Yep.
But I have a bonus action, eh?
Yep.
Does that use their action?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he's a nasty boy.
I don't like it.
That was gross.
You alright there,
Yeah, if he pukes some stuff, don't be surprised.
Oh no.
Is the... Do I have to use a bonus action to activate my lightning damage on my Hydra Tooth, or is that just like a thing I can choose to happen?
It's kind of like a divine smite. So like when you hit with an attack, you can choose to use that as your bonus action to activate that surge of lightning.
Okay. Well, then I would like to rage.
Okay.
Wait, so like I just have to hit with it and I can activate it? I don't have to like
Yep.
charge it beforehand.
Yep.
Okay. Then no, I won't rage
Alright.
quite yet. Oh, wait.
I'll be like, ah!
I'm almost mad.
It's so spooky! Look at it!
I'm just gesturing at it.
All right. Archie, followed by Quincy and Mary, and then Kismet.
Alrighty. I guess I would like to have Toby bring me down from the wall towards the ground. And how close am I to Virio?
You are 50 feet-ish away.
Okay, so could I have Toby take me 20 feet?
Yep.
And then go the rest of the way myself?
20.
Then dismount, and then what's your movements?
I think it's 30. Actually, yeah,
It's probably
it's gonna be 30.
25 actually, because you're a goblin.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Unless
Um,
he has
You would kind of be doubling up on movement, though. You can't use your movement and the spider's movement.
Because they both would take 6 seconds.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So you can-
Very well. I will get. I will just have him take me within 30 feet, and then from there I'll cast Sacred Flame again.
All right. Dex save.
Dexterity.
That's a nat 1.
Hell yeah!
-1, so 0.
Okay. That's so when I do the spell attack tab up here, it says +5. Do I add that or no?
It's +5 to hit if you're making an attack roll.
Okay.
It would be your Sacred Flame is just the die roll.
3.
All right.
That's completely different from 8, 6, and 5, and 11.
Yeah.
You know, I thought we need something fresh.
Yeah, fair
All those high numbers.
Drop a
were taken.
3 in there. Yeah.
Prime
It's half a
number.
And then I
Yeah.
slip it off. Because fuck that beast.
Okay.
Sorry.
He's gross.
He is gross. All right, Quincy is going to huck her boomerang again.
Okay.
See where she's at. That's a hit. So she gets the D4 +3. Nice, max damage 7. All right. Then Augie is going to fire his longbow again. Oh, he missed. Wow, an 8.
Ow.
Sorry, I hate it. That will end their turns. We are back to Kismet.
Yeah, another firebolt.
Fire away.
21.
Yeah.
4. 4 fire damage this
All
time.
right. Okay. Then we are back to the top with Roland. So Roland, roll a d8.
Oh boy. I'm so sorry. 5.
A 5. You take no action or bonus actions and use all your movement to go in a randomly determined direction.
Oh good.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, etc.
Sure. So starting this way.
Yep, I'll roll a d10 and then if we get a 10, we'll redo it.
Cool.
6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You move diagonally right toward the creature.
Oh my goodness. My entire movement?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1. So 5. Is that 15?
But it's difficult terrain.
Right, so that'd be all I can move.
Yep.
Melee, not out of melee, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Did not crop dust. I'm dead.
Oh,
You're fine.
right.
Still gonna keep biting me.
Considering that.
Without a dagger, you're pretty much flanking.
All right.
He whispers.
Fenric,
Well, it's my turn.
tis thy turn. Yeah, it's your action and your bonus action.
He has
Dang.
not moved. I'm
has
going
not.
to assume he has not moved and swing at where I think he is.
All right.
Do your
Say,
thing.
roll with disadvantage.
Well, can I? So the divine sense is celestial, fiend, or undead.
Mm-hmm.
Would I anticipate that it is one of those?
You can make a.
That's what I
nature
thought
check.
it would be. Would that be my action, or is that an extra thing?
You're just trying to guess what it might be. We'll call that your bonus action to like make that determination.
Sounds good. Probably not. What was it? Religion?
Nature check.
Nature check. Sure. 5.
You have no clue.
That's what I thought. Swinging at it.
Okay.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Yeet.
With a 4.
4.
24.
With disadvantage? Was it 24?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, disadvantage. Yeah.
Thanks. Sorry.
2.
Forgot about that.
Still
I
a hit.
mean, still.
Still a hit.
13. Sorry.
It's got blindness.
Forgot about being blind. 9
Oh.
points of damage.
All right.
I'm so good at hitting everyone.
One of these days, this like pack that you have is gonna like make you like lose your vision, and you'll just become like unto a god.
You'll be tough.
You'll be
Yeah.
a warrior of absolute death.
Also, all of this damage he cannot regain. He has not tried to regain points. Oh, fuck. He's been poisoned, but we won't retcon it. He's poisoned twice now.
Okay. All right.
No retcon. You gotta remember this shit.
Yes, exactly. That's what
Next
that's
round.
why I said that.
Poisoned. Next up is Aurora's turn.
I'll go get her.
Okay. We'll come back around to Aurora, then we'll go back to the bad boy's turn.
No.
Yeah, since
I
he's
don't
not.
like that.
Unless she's gonna do something cool.
Yeah, well.
She's a wizard. She can totally just like do whatever.
It's true.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I cast one hit kill.
What? But she has to be level 5 to cast that.
What would you like to do?
Alright. How's he looking?
Pretty beat up.
Pretty beat up?
Oh.
It's
good.
like punched dough.
Yeah.
Ooh. Soon he will be pierced dough. I'm gonna do another arrow at him.
Alright.
What? It's working.
Ooh. 8.
Just misses.
I feel like you
Literally
He
made,
is not pierced dough anymore.
I feel like you were so like proud at your own pun. And like Aurora said that.
I know.
And then you missed.
You chuckled and made you miss.
Yeah, that is exactly what
Like you
happened.
maybe you didn't even
Just
maybe
I
you didn't
said
even
it to myself.
yeah, you didn't even say your joke out loud, but you just like laughed to yourself.
Alright, I need everyone within
I
10
left the
feet
door
again
open.
to make the strength save.
I left the
Was that just one more?
this game
That is using the aberrant ground
I have
ability,
no idea where he
which is just a thing that happens.
Was that the start of his turn?
Fudge.
You said strength?
Yep.
13.
Okay.
9.
Probably not
Okay.
good enough.
I should have raged.
Sorry, what save?
Strength.
Strength. 17.
Okay, Fenric, you're good. Virio and Roland. Your speed is reduced to 0 till the start of your next turn.
That's fine.
To the start of our next turn or his next turn?
Till the start
It
of
wasn't open. No.
His next turn.
until the start of my next
Okay,
turn.
gotcha.
So now it is going to
Take 4 damage.
take 4 damage.
Make a con save.
Oh, still just an 8.
Nope. Nope. You are
So
still
is
poisoned.
Alright. Okay, and then it is going to use its bite attack against you, Fenric.
Alright. Taking the brunt.
Tank.
Not 20.
No.
Mm.
No. No.
It wasn't at 20.
No.
It's okay, I'll touch him.
Oh!
So that is
Maybe I
5.
can't move though. It's gonna be a while.
Oh, this.
Oh, Fenric's gonna die.
You know what's happening? I'm just standing there. I'm
You're
not.
blind.
I don't see it. I'm just like
What's your total HP, Fenric?
22.
You are unconscious.
Damn right.
We were
Very
close
nearly
to
insta
permadeath.
killed.
What was that?
Very nearly
Holy
insta killed
shit.
by 2 hit points.
Oh my goodness. What would you guys have done without Fenric?
I don't know.
And a lot happier.
Then it's going to use its spit at Virio's in front of him.
No, I'm not.
That one misses.
Hawks
I like kind of like can't move my legs, but I move my upper body.
You lean gently to the right.
And then it misses, and you're like, ha!
That was
Oh
just
my
a bite attack that it
freaking
did to me,
goodness.
so it's just piercing damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it has no additional. Well, not on it, but it's just like a bunch of mouths all
Yeah.
at once just kind of converging.
Ow.
on you.
And you had no
I just
idea it was
wanted
coming.
to check out my resistances.
Oh,
You got smooched to death.
pretty
And
much
you
by a
didn't-
big
Specific
fleshy.
smooching resistance.
And you didn't
Oh.
know it was coming.
Nope.
Yeah. So as that happens, and you see Fenric sort of drop to the ground, you see that like flesh gunk begin to like sort of like creep up around him.
Nope.
Next up is Virio.
That's gross.
Tonight.
I would like to rage.
Okay.
In Fenric's honor.
So I started on this turn, but I don't. If I don't attack or get hit this turn, does it still keep going? Is my question. I can't remember the rage.
For the
If you didn't attack or take damage by the start of my next turn.
Yep, so you would need to take damage by the start of your next turn, which
Oh
is
gosh.
possible, but
I don't know, man. I don't know if I can reach him, but I really need this advantage on my strength.
You
you
could
can always
still
just chuck
attack.
something at him.
Yeah, you
but
could
it has
still
to be a melee attack.
Oh, that's right,
That's
it
rage.
does.
And I
Smash
can-
the mushrooms.
It's an earthy spell.
Oh yeah, the mushrooms are nearby, but that doesn't
Just
really-
smash them.
I'm just gonna smash it.
This is that barbarian dilemma when you're like fighting something that flies. It's like, can I damage myself?
I hit myself in the toe. It
I
hurts.
give myself an adrenaline injection.
Yeah.
Oh, the good thing is you probably have resistance to
I'm
damage you deal
gonna
yourself.
get out a spear and just chuck the spear. I'm not gonna rage.
Okay, go ahead and make the ranged attack.
And you know what I just realized? Without that long rest, I'd be dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, yep, hits.
All right, roll out the damage.
What was that? 1d6.
I'm so glad we got to sleep.
Yes.
Bender.
That we could all die.
6.
Or at least Fenrir.
6 points of
He's
No, I lied.
He's
7.
7 points of
So-
damage.
Yeah.
Good thing we have a cleric.
That can heal.
That's helpful.
I figured out that I have spells now.
Yeah, there's a
I've
bit
been
of a.
using 2 spells this whole time.
Yeah, he did not know that the spells and slots were not the same, but it's all good now. So actually, it is Archie's turn, followed by your NPC friends.
How
Save
far
him!
am I away from the dead boy?
Oh, like 30.
30-ish feet through the muck and the mire.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't make it.
No.
Yeah, you would enter difficult terrain within 20 feet of it.
Yeah, but you could use your sound or your
Same
spider, and then you could like jump off the spider at him.
Wait.
How's the monster boy looking?
Pretty beat up.
I look fine.
Certain.
I look great. What are you talking about?
So dumb.
Yes.
Can Grave Cleric spare the dying at 30 feet?
I'll tell you what. Let me just cast Healing Word.
Problem
And
solved.
you get 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier.
Hey, wake up!
It wakes up in a very bad place.
Ew.
Something here.
As like venom, basically.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
sort of like bad carnage.
Spellcasting modifier.
Bad carnage. That's bad.
Worse carnage.
Oh, that.
Spellcasting modifier.
It's your wisdom.
Yeah, your wisdom.
There it is.
Plus 1 on your
Uh-huh.
wisdom.
3 plus 3.
So 1d4 plus 3.
Terrified.
Did you roll your d4?
Yeah, you roll
Oh, I
it.
thought you rolled
He
it.
went already?
No.
You're the healer, you roll it.
Okay.
I'm,
That makes
unco-
sense.
I'm unconscious.
That's a 7.
Alright, 7. We're back up with
Next,
7
next,
hit points.
I thought you rolled a 7 on a d4.
Listen, pal, you don't know my methods. You
I
can't
was-
see this camera.
I was so impressed. I was like, fuck yeah.
This is all on the level.
And you still have an action too, right? Healing Word's a bonus action?
I believe
Yeah,
so.
boy.
If you say so.
Yeah, you are conscious, prone, and with 7 hit points.
Yes.
Could I still move then?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't moved yet.
Then could I move to Virio?
Yep.
And then if that's a bonus action, could I still cast a spell?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I would like to cast Protection from Evil and Good on Virio.
Okay.
Blip, 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 blip.
He got in trouble. Like a lot.
That gives you advantage against certain types of creatures, whatever type of creature this beast would be.
Good.
So like a beast.
He's good.
They have disadvantage against attack rolls against you.
Lawful good.
And-
Weird.
I mean, it makes sense fighting us.
Yes.
So I get
Why
a bunch,
did it kill
I get
me
a bunch
then?
of sweet swag.
Essentially, yeah, you're invincible to this beast.
Okay.
Sort of.
Spell of
You
invincibility.
got buffs. Alright.
Mad
Anything
buffs.
else, Archie?
I would like to flip it off again.
That's fair.
I
You
haven't
see, as you flip it off, you see like a somewhat like rotted hand reach up an unnatural length from its body and flip you back off.
Ah, shit.
I
jag a little bit.
Next. All right, next to back up is the Quincy and the Marion. Let's see what I can do.
The Quincy and the
Am
Marion.
I still blind?
It's like a chemical burned thingy.
Okay.
But actually, it would have faded now.
Okay.
So you would be good.
I live! What?
So much damage.
What just happened?
I close my eyes and go, no!
What year is it?
I'm not even dead for another year.
Quincy's gonna go boomerang attack. Still a hit.
Rolls a 2. Still hits.
5 points of damage.
Yeah. Give it to
Me at me.
No.
How do I want to do this? Well, me.
Marion, he is going to.
That was my favorite part of last episode.
Hmm.
My favorite part of last episode was him talking to himself.
Oh,
that was.
Kelly got a video of it.
Oh, yeah, I
I
did.
mean, the internet has a video.
It's true. There's a full.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
full video.
Because it's like this thing that we do while
I
we're
just
playing.
played my ranger so bad I forgot about Hunter's Mark this whole time.
No.
Now we
That's
got it.
okay. It's a hit.
Sonny boy.
8 plus 2 is 10.
Yes.
And we are to Kismet. It's
Yeah.
looking real nasty now.
Cool.
I mean, like in a beat up way.
I'm gonna try to hit it with Witch Bolt.
All right.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Not one.
Highs or lows?
Highs.
Okay, you fire out Witch Bolt. Once you roll out the damage for me, you'll take half of it as your spell backfires.
God damn. Where's
You're
the
so
detail?
consumed by how gross it is.
It's half of 3.
Yes, you take 1 point of damage.
Ah, you're almost dead. Kismet is bloodied.
Yeah.
That is back to the top with Roland.
Okay.
More burnt.
So I get. Let's see. If I take a step that way, I'd be flanking and get advantage. Correct.
You cannot move.
I can't move. Correct. All right. Well, I'm just gonna
I mean-
stab it with a dagger.
If. A big if.
You all
be
see
exactly
Roland pull this
opposite.
strange item out of his robe. I've never seen him holding one before. It's like a
okay.
knife.
21 to hit.
That is a hit.
Do I get sneak attack?
Yeah, he's flanked.
Because I have an ally.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's taker.
And I am conscious now.
Yeah, you are. I was really hoping someone would get you up. That
You're
is
unconscious?
I am conscious now.
You are conscious now.
12
Okay, good.
points of damage.
Conscious.
How would you like to do this?
Fenric, you're
As it's
saved.
screaming, I just want to take this dagger and, like, I don't know if it has a back, but, like, back of the head.
It's pretty
type
much just
deal.
this giant twisted pillar of eyeballs and mouths.
Maybe an eyeball.
Yeah, just kind of like, yeah, eyeball comes out with, like, on the end of the dagger.
And you all see it, like, give one last... And it just flattens out into this mushy pile of...
All that's left is that middle finger.
As it fades into the bubbling.
Gross.
That wasn't even satisfying.
We solved his gross puzzle.
That was, I'm satisfied.
This was
Gross.
easy. It wasn't even hurting us. It just wouldn't let us get near it. It was
It
strange.
wasn't
cheese.
even hurting us?
Fenric stands up and he's just got, like, these nasty, like, bite marks all over his face and neck.
And
Just like that
it's
one
like-
time, right, Augie?
And it's like dripping off of you too.
Oh, no.
Holy shit, that looks terrible.
Yeah, I've had worse, but that sucked.
Whew. Oh, I've never seen one of those down here before. Woo! That
That's
sucked.
some hickey, frat boy.
Did a Aurora say that?
Yeah, she did. And then she went in like this to Augie to like seem like she's cool.
Make a performance check.
I think that's a deception check.
She rolled a 2. Wait, I don't know. Oh, 5.
You're not right either.
It was one for each fingernail.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
I was waiting for
Cool.
someone to say it.
Is there anything you guys would like to do before attempting to mount back up and move on?
Nope. I
I
gotta
would
get
like
on.
to clean up.
Oh, I pick up my spear.
I'd like to recover my
Is there any
bolts.
water anywhere?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, it's
was
like a
gonna help
cave. It's
you.
like damp and like moist.
I'm
and
gonna-
stuff. You can like
I was gonna use shape water to help him clean.
you could pull some like the just natural cave wet.
I want to keep casting Sacred Flame at the remains as it burns away.
I want to inspect the mushrooms that poisoned
I
Viria.
would like to do the same.
All right, go ahead and are you just looking to see like identify what they are or just
Yeah.
investigate?
I
them in
just
general?
like saw that happen and I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
also going
And
to try
so
and figure
I'm
out.
tentative. I'm not entering its zone, but I'm like,
looking at it. Okay, you can make an investigation check or a nature check.
Cool. +1 or minus, or +0 or -1. Thanks for the choices. 5.
17.
17.
Kismet, I think these are just. These might be part of the dead thing. I wouldn't get too close.
You're just like, this is just a shitty mushroom. Kismet, you know that these fungi are
Not fun.
not fun, guys.
Not fun.
Those roots that have been growing out across
Uh-huh.
the ground are all attached to these, and they use them to feel approaching prey. And when a creature gets within its range, it lashes out with spores and poisons it, and the corpses of the creatures that die this way decompose very quickly, which is probably what caused that gibbering mouth to grow here in the first place.
Interesting.
This is the reason we just had all these problems.
That's nice.
That's cool.
Touch yourself.
Do they seem to have a source of
The
origination?
root thing.
They seemed like kind of scarce when you guys were coming back in the initial direction you started at, and they sort of grew more dense as you made your way this way.
I'm like, hey, Augie,
Huh? Yeah.
I feel like I have found the problem,
Uh-huh.
and it's like you lead people through these places, right? These place.
I lead people through these places all the time.
It might happen again if we don't like get rid of the mushrooms. Just so
Well-
you know, like you could like report it on your next like field report.
Oh, yeah. I'll make a note.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame.
He'll make a note for himself, not for other people.
No.
Less
Less competition.
by all means, if you'd like to do that, Archie, you can just burn away.
Everything.
We got 3 people with A names now, and I regret everything. But yeah, you can, as you hit it, you realize that these mushrooms burn up pretty easily.
Ben.
Dark.
They burn up pretty easily as they get struck. Go ahead and just roll one. There's no dex save for them. Go ahead and just roll one damage die on it.
Oh, is it D8? Okay.
Yeah.
3.
3, yeah. Even with the 3, you see one large cluster of them just sort of instantly turn to ash and fall apart.
Sweet.
Wait, I get out my halberd and I try and kind of I try to scythe it.
Uh-huh. Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a 12.
That's a hit.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead and roll out your damage.
Oh gosh.
Probably
It's like
don't
camping
need to
sweet
roll
stuff if
very
that were fun
high.
for
to-
these mushrooms.
Wait, is the armory class of the mushrooms
8.
higher?
Yeah, you
than-
chop it off and you see some of the spores sort of off the side and it falls
Does
to
it
the
still
ground.
have the spores on the thing?
It seems like they're sort of falling just from the impact of your weapon, but they don't seem to be actively bursting out at you in an attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and scoop it up
Okay.
and get it away from the other stuff. Kind of try and make a cut up pile
Okay.
few mushrooms at least.
Okay.
You want
Yeah.
a sample.
I want some, yes.
You want to harvest them.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and make a survival check. See
Cat
how
dog.
well you do.
6.
6. Be able to get like a quarter pound of mushroom.
Oh,
The rest of it like seems to just be like really covered with those spores and stuff, and like you get a little bit of it on your hand, and like it doesn't do damage, but you feel it tingling and burning on you, and you like brush it off and maybe just kick the pile as it begins to hurt you. But you're able to get like one pretty nice segment of one of the mushroom caps.
Okay. I wrote down pearl.
Nice.
If there are any of those mushroom roots between us and our way out, I'm going to burn them with firebolt.
Alright, yeah, and say between you and Archie, you guys would be feasibly able to burn like a 10-foot path, like side by side down the way.
I'm not willy-nilly firing. I'm like, this is the direction I'm walking.
Okay. Yeah, it'll slow your travel down a little bit, but you would be able to do that if you wanted to travel that way.
I do that while they're cleaning.
Okay, getting a head start on it. Alright.
I'm like, I got this.
I'm allowing them to make this pathway, and then I'm just following behind.
Allowing us.
Make way!
I keep doing it from the wall.
Meaning I'm doing nothing but just like.
Oh, and
I climb it.
I like signal for the void to come back. For me to ride the
Signal the
void.
void. Coming, master. Yes, my dark liege.
Archie, how are things up here on the wall? I've decided to ride next to you because those mushrooms sure pack an owie.
My thought is there's a lot less traffic up here, and it's just a quieter route, you know.
Yeah.
Watching the fire from down here, from up here, it's just it's beautiful.
As I'm like,
Fenric, at one point, Marion walks over to you, and you see him sort of pass his hand over the top of his other palm, and 10 berries appear in it, and he hands them to you.
Goodberry!
And yeah, he's giving you a good berry, which is 10,
Man, that makes me miss Maddie.
10 hit points. Yeah, I was building a ranger, and I was like, oh.
Maddie!
Thanks. They taste great.
Yeah, you got kind of chewed up there, buddy.
Literally.
Yeah, that was yuck. Well,
That's kind of what I do for these guys, you know.
Get chewed on?
get 8.
I believe is the correct pronunciation. I distract it and, do some damage and take some damage. Not dead yet, or, well, kind of.
Again. Not dead again.
Not dead
yet.
again.
It's like die another day again.
Die again.
Not again
another
this
day.
time. As you guys are mounting back up and gathering your samples and burning a pathway and skittering along the wall, Quincy walks up to you, Aurora, and she says, "Do you have a plan for getting past the checkpoints? He's gonna, because it's like a military checkpoint, and like they'll probably know who you are."
Anybody got any ideas?
Anyone know how to disguise anyone? We could pretend you're super sick and like cover your face in mud.
Ooh, we could go back to the flesh mound and cut off a face and put it on your face.
That's what I was thinking. Let's go get some of the. Let's go get some of the mushrooms and smear it on your face. See if you have an allergic reaction. It pops
You
out.
could. Well, hang on. How long does this
Should look
take
different.
at the checkpoint?
Kind of depends on foot traffic, anywhere from 15 minutes to 2 hours.
Okay,
It's
never
backed
mind.
up.
Anywhere past the 10-minute range was gonna.
No go.
Are there any sorts of anti-magic, dispel magic?
Not really. They usually just sort of like check your documents and things like that. If somebody
documents? Are we
sees,
supposed to have documents?
I've got traveling papers put together. That's what I was working on while you guys were. You're all
It's just that we have a
contracted.
wanted
I just have
Of
a
course.
face.
Do we have a surname for you, by the way, Gertrude? Because they can't just go with Gertrude.
Honey muffins.
Yeah, they just can't go with Roland, you know, they need a surname, Roland. What's your surname, Roland?
I feel this is a conversation for another backstory.
What if it's just Roland?
I had a music teacher once, and her name was Rochelle. Oh, she married into that name. That was a choice she made.
That's yes!
That's like, I knew somebody whose name was Sandy Butts. She married into that one.
They should have taken her name.
Yeah, crotch is much better.
I do have a plethora of wax that we can mold into a sort of mask on your face, disfiguring your appearance.
Excuse me, Archie? If we went with this plan, which I'm intrigued, could I also have a candle on my head?
Absolutely. I have so many extra candles. I've been waiting for somebody to ask.
All right. I'm going to do the candle on my head.
I have a question.
With the wax over my face.
How does that work with your hair?
It's gonna suck.
I would like to know if you're just doing the one candle or all three.
I'll put it in
There is one thing Tanner cares about. No, but it'd be fun.
Thank you, Archie. I'm ready.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna put my hair. So for my hair, I would put it like tight in like a low pony, and then do like. Oh, I don't know. Like normally I would do like a petroleum over topped and then the wax.
So like fat. Who's got fat?
Don't look at me. I'm
Quincy
skinny
gestures
bones.
to the pile of dead meat. It's probably got fat in it.
Hey, this is what happens when you're a war criminal.
Well, I like the candle mask idea. Okay, so
who's the most artistic that can make a mask?
I don't know. I've never.
I've like hammered a face out for my automatons before, but that's not wax.
Hammer.
Ooh,
we can do hammered.
You have.
wait. How do you feel about sacrificing a salamander? You could just wear it as a skin suit and be a salamander.
I like this idea.
Now Dr. Virio Tompkins. Dr. Virio Tompkins.
Yes. You could use
No matter how many
tendons like puppets.
times, no matter how many times you suggest I wear a skin suit, the answer will be no.
I really like the skin suit ideas.
Keep it in the box for
I really
later.
like the skin suit idea. Who suggested that?
Rugen wasn't
I
you
second
good.
to that.
So like when we make this mask for you, like would that at God be like a deception or a performance?
It will be a deception check.
I will carve the mask.
It'll be,
dexterity?
let's say it'll be a dexterity to create it, and then like deception to like mold it like into a like passable face.
So if I'm making a deception, then would I use my deception check or
It'll be your
whoever's
deception
making
when
it?
you're like going through the checkpoint.
Okay.
And how well that goes will be how well it was crafted.
Okay.
Meta game.
I can make you a mask.
Kismet, make me beautiful.
No, make her ugly. No
Any
one
more input?
Ugly. Go with ugly.
No one wants to look at ugly.
Middle ground. You don't want to be too pretty or too ugly so you stand out. You want to ride that middle line.
Where's that skin suit?
Okay,
Alright, I'll get
so
a bowl, I'll cast thaumaturgy so the flame just bursts and I just start melting wax into a bowl.
Yeah, sure. So Archie like dips his head forward and like Candle wax starts pouring off the top of his candle into a large bowl and just
Okay, what would you like me to roll first?
roll a d20 plus dex
Okay.
to see how well you were able to like craft this into a passable face, or like into like a sturdy mask that will hold up.
7.
Okay. And then roll another d20 plus your deception
Mm-hmm.
to see how well you can make it look like a person.
That's a 15.
15, okay. It seems pretty brittle, so you're going to have to be careful with it. But you have a somewhat convincing faux face to put on.
Do I also have a candle hat?
That is up to Archie.
I
by
want
yourself.
everyone to know the face looks like Dragon's Dogma Randy Johnson from Monster Factory.
So you look...
Acceptable. I
Yes,
could just pretend that Archie is my son.
The one you throw.
I'll mold a wax hat and I'll put it on your head.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you look like
And then I light it.
light.
Yes, and my light is lit.
Perfect.
It's lit, yo.
Oh, Becca's dead.
So as far as surnames go...
Honey buns?
Archie, what's your surname?
Reckistank.
There
Bless
it is. My name is Gertrude Reckenstank.
Close enough.
Okay. And Roland.
Roland, what's your surname?
I broke it.
Reckenstick?
Your surname can't be of.
She said Rick.
I don't know what he's laughing at.
But
I think I pronounced it very wrong.
Reckenstank.
Just say it quickly and no one will notice.
Reckenstank.
Quickly and with confidence.
Gertrude Reckenstank.
Can I be a Reckenstank too?
Are we a family on vacation?
We could go with that.
We don't all
Roland Reckensteak?
but we don't look at all the same.
Hey, a family can be.
Adopted.
A family can be, God,
Adopted
whatever
family?
the fuck we all are.
Yeah, my
don't know.
parents were gnomes.
A genasi, a human, maybe a human, a Lumiere, Shadow,
And the best
I
is
don't
boys.
Disco Ball. And
I wouldn't even call him a shadow. I think that's
like
Drowist.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, no.
But at the end of detention, we all came out better.
Talking about
I got it.
breakfast.
Yeah.
So I got it.
Yeah.
I know.
Guys.
What?
Archie and I are related because we are covered in wax.
God,
The rest of you can do whatever you want.
Come, mother.
wait. Wait, less weird or more weird if we're all covered in wax? Like, more convincing, less
More
Quincy's
weird.
telling me it takes 2 big steps backward.
Literally more weird.
Okay, we would draw more attention.
We could be married in.
You could wear a skin suit if you wanted, though.
Quincy's telling me it takes 2 more steps back.
If you need me to be a distraction. You know who gets
Just a
stopped at
creepy
checkpoints? Guys in skin suits.
How close are we to the checkpoint, Augie?
20 feet.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I was asking. Augie would know, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Augie, how close are we to the checkpoint?
Probably about another day's travel or so to the first checkpoint.
So don't break that mask.
So
We'll
they
probably have
couldn't.
to make a new mask when we get there.
Maybe a better
Or when
one.
we get closer.
Maybe a worse one.
We could just patch it with. I mean, it's wax.
We can just keep making masks. I've got so much wax.
Yes.
Why did you say it that way?
So much.
You would not believe how
Because
much
my
wax
I
this
am.
guy's got.
This is a real
So
sex
much.
episode, huh?
What?
A real
What do you mean?
Real sex episode, kind of point A to point B, huh?
I feel like Augie said that.
You mean
You guys talking about sex a whole lot, huh?
No, we don't.
You.
Just like being back at school. What is going on?
So yeah, is there anything else you guys like do before you move on?
No,
I
absolutely not.
want to write
Oh,
on a
goodness,
piece of paper and stick it to Roland's back, and it says what reckons stink.
Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check versus a perception check.
Here comes the roll. No.
12.
19.
Okay. Well, you can notice me still put it on your back.
You feel like it's going to give you a nice pat on the back, and it sounds like paper. You guys are able to travel the next day, or the rest of the day. Make camp that night. We'll have to do one more round of lookouts.
I'm asleep already.
I'll take first and last.
Okay.
Rookton's taking all of mine.
Alright, so we just need one in the middle if necessary.
I am not.
I will sleep this
That's
time.
fair. You need a long rest. A nice long
I know
rest.
somebody who hasn't contributed yet.
I'm already asleep.
As is Quincy.
I mean,
I'll do it.
Alright. So, first watch, Roland Rugton.
It's a lonely night with a bird. Oh,
Perception.
that one.
Perception of 14.
14.
Oh my
Rupton
god.
fell asleep.
God, he totally watches when I'm asleep. Just trust me.
Most reliable bird I've ever met.
you would not believe.
I'm just using this as an excuse to sleep.
He's so good at lookout. Highs or lows?
Highs.
Alright, evening. Your shift passes without anything.
When I said always go lows, I lied. Roland lied? I know.
Aurora and Rugton.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
This is perception. 16.
Good. 20 total.
20. Okay.
Dirty.
Made up
through
for it.
the
Yeah.
evening, you all highs or lows again for you guys.
You pick. Rookton's a bird.
Hi.
Rugton.
You don't notice anything approaching the camp in any way, but you do sort of like see something like make its way toward you, and like as soon as it realizes like you're up ahead, you see like just in the very, very, very far distance, see this single figure with these two beady eyes. You see like the like sort of like night vision like flash across them for a moment, and
It's
they
Gollum.
stare, and it kind of moves like Gollum, and it kind of like turns around and slinks back the direction it came
Ew.
from.
Ew. Glad I'm asleep.
Yeah, Rookton would have woken me up.
Get deep, you would. Kill him when he had the chance.
What's that?
Rookton would not have woken me
Yeah.
up for that.
No, it probably
didn't
looked
wake
and
them
saw
up.
Rugton's night vision, just like, and it was like,
It saw, looked into Rugton's eyes and saw the things that Rugton is seeing and decided to go away.
What number Rugton is this anyway?
I think this might be a fresh Rookton. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're not sure after the long rest, but in game it's like your third one?
one of them died.
Fourth, maybe.
One of them
Fourth?
died when we were facing the big water monster that I warned everyone about.
Yep.
Oh,
Because we had to roll a save,
Yep.
and immediately it was any damage.
Yep.
Yeah. But he didn't drown that one time, remember when he
That's
didn't
when I
drown?
thought he was going to.
Yep. We all thought he was
God,
going
that was
to.
a moment.
That was good.
I live too.
So,
Somehow.
for the final watch, Roland and Rugton again.
This is a long rest, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
That one again.
Uh-oh.
Double nat ones.
We fucking.
We killed the team.
Highs or lows?
Yeah, those, I don't know.
Let's go lows. Lows. Let's go lows.
Okay.
Oh,
As the morning comes to, you guys are loading your items up, and
I don't like this.
What are we?
I don't like this game anymore. I want to go home.
I hope you're the first to die.
In
too.
the
Just get it over
evening, Roland and Aurora, you both notice all your gold is missing.
Everyone's?
Roland and Aurora.
Oh.
Their gold
Just
is-
ours.
Yep.
That sucks to suck.
Should've
How
spent
about
on
my
a
7
dope-ass
pieces
spider.
of silver? Is that also missing?
All your money is missing. Sassafras.
Oh, I've got 10 platinum pieces.
And Aurora, you also notice something weird. You notice that it looks like your mask has been, like, touched.
Gosh damn it.
Oh, I hate that!
Yep.
Like,
Play sassy games, win sassy prizes.
like,
like it has like fingerprints that aren't mine,
It
or
looks-
like
it
they're
clearly
like
looks-
it's like smushed
It
on
has
the
a make,
side.
make an
wax.
investigation check as you're looking at it.
Nasty.
15.
As you're looking at it, like you see the inside of the mask, and it looks like there's some like coarse black fur almost, kind of stuck to the inside where something had pressed it up to its face.
Gross.
a niffler.
Bender, why did you put my mask on?
It was my beauty mask.
I'll put it back in the head forge and see if we can't touch it up a bit.
Okay.
The head forge.
Brand new sentence.
Archie, did you take my gold?
No, I have no need for such earthly materials.
Can I have your gold then?
No, I need that. How often do you come across a dope-ass spider for 100 gold? Look at this beauty.
Do I
Look
believe
at
it?
this. And then Toby's mandibles kind of chitter a little bit, and then I pet it around its large black eyes.
Do I believe him when he says he didn't take my gold?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
Should I make an honesty check?
Persuasion.
8.
I do have a +0 for deception. Persuasion? Okay.
Yep.
5.
5. Roland. Doesn't seem like he's lying, but you know,
Okay.
he's a goblin. You know.
Yeah,
Shifty.
that's fair. It's kind of why it was my go-to, to be honest.
Can I make an insight check to see if there's any racism going on?
Roll with a +10.
Roll for racism.
It's the
Oh,
2019,
yeah.
it's the 2019 version of the
That's,
character.
14.
They have racism.
There's a decent amount of goblin racism going on.
14. I get on the spider and stand on the wall waiting in silence.
Roland, my gold is also missing. And so is my silver, apparently, after I asked the question.
Who did you ask?
God.
Her other pocket.
A pocket where I keep my silver.
That's problematic. I didn't notice anything on my watch. Did anyone else notice? Well,
Is your watch going too?
No, didn't notice a thing.
hey!
No, we really didn't.
I slept like a baby. I needed that.
Can I investigate tracks around the camp?
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
It made me think of trash in the camp.
Oh, shit. We'll say 6.
A lot of footprints around here.
Wow.
Guys, there's footprints. There's footprints.
Yeah, we
Can't
walked.
do anything.
See the one where there's less footprints? That's where Jesus carried us.
Who's that?
That's where the void carried you. If it's a spider, it's more footprints, though.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we should be able to tell the difference, though, between, like, spider footprints and
Not
salamander
with a
footprints.
6.
Well, yeah, and the
You
spiders
might
all have
back
little
it up.
shoes. on
They're
the
wearing
bottom.
shoes, yes.
That's how they stick to the wall.
Took my joke, god damn it. Gotta cook on the draw.
Sorry.
I don't know why I put roller skates on mine. This is so inconvenient.
It's like, ridiculous.
Rubton,
I got your joke.
here's some cloth. I'm going to tie it to your feet. Cast light.
Now do a little search for us. Get out there. Show them what you got.
You can do it. Go ahead and make
Work it.
perception check for Rookton.
You got this, Travis. Make
Does he
him
have
wait
advantage
for
on
it.
that? I believe it was
Boom.
vision based, or is that just eagles?
No, he doesn't get it. His special thing that he can do is mimicry
Fine.
Oh, okay.
if he needs to, but I've never had to use it. Oh, fuck. Yeah, 22.
22. In the, I mean, it's been a few hours, but in the vast distance spanning this hallway, Rookton can see that the gate is not that far off for the first checkpoint.
Okay.
He doesn't see any sign of the figure, but he can see that there are a very large number of dwarves rushing towards you guys.
Okay. And it's, I can see through his senses up to 100 feet out.
Okay. Yeah.
Just so you know, but beyond that, I can't see anything.
So when
Okay.
you
To the
say
wall.
rushing, do you mean like they're trying to get somewhere quickly, or they're like
Best
trying,
band of all time.
yeah, or they're
from
that they're
Russia.
like trying to attack
It
us?
seems like there's a
Rushing.
large band of dwarves running in your direction.
Does Rookton hear anything that they're yelling or saying?
Want to fight, comrade?
There's a 20 plus for your
Yeah.
perception.
They're Russian.
It's still pretty far away, and it's like a bunch of voices, and it's like reverberating off the walls, so it's really hard to make out any words. But the general vibe he gets is panic.
Okay. I'm going to, when he comes back, since I don't think I can see that far, I'm just going to be like,
All right, what did you get? Huh? What did you see?
that he's going to make the mimicry of the noise.
So you hear
Oh,
Panic. The sound of general
wait!
panic.
I want to hear
Panicked.
Rookton make the noise.
Oh,
That's not a good one.
Wait, what does it mean?
Well, he can repeat the sounds that he hears.
So he heard
Someone's screaming, so something bad is happening
and when
down
he did
that
it, like
way.
it sounded like many
Lots of voices?
Yeah.
yeah.
not just one.
You
Just
guys,
one at a time.
this is the perfect distraction. They're running towards the gate. We just
They're
run.
running away.
We don't know
towards
which
Oh,
one.
they're
is
running
They're running
away
toward
from the
you.
gate. Oh, I thought they were running towards the
No.
gate. I was
We-
gonna say we could all run with them to the
We
gate.
don't know they're running towards us.
We just know that Rookton
Found
Heard
panic.
panicked screaming.
Well, so you could have. That could have been what you said.
Yeah, who knows? All I know
We
is some
don't-
shit's
we-
going down.
We should probably keep to the side of the cave and move forward then.
Why?
On the wall.
Why to the side? Why does it matter?
So we don't get run
Trampled.
over.
We don't know that. We don't know that there's a big running group of people.
Yeah, we don't
Oh,
know that.
right.
You just hear the sound
Fair.
of panic coming down the hallway. Yeah.
We should
No,
probably
you
sit in the
said
middle
we. I
because
thought
the
we
lights
saw
are-
them
He
rushing.
didn't actually, but he corrected me on Rookton's
Oh.
visual range.
Yeah,
start
it's not
singing
very
along.
far.
We.
That's where I was confused. I was like, I thought we saw them rushing.
I was an immigrant song.
I was going Jacques from Finding Nemo during the.
I was going Panic at the Disco.
Oh,
So you guys gonna head down towards the gate?
Yeah,
just warily.
I'm gonna get up on the wall.
Yes, very
All right.
rarely.
As you guys make your way down, after about 2 hours or so, you begin to see some of the citizens trickling in, and it looks to be mainly citizens. You see many different dwarves, gnomes, humans, half-elves, all running past you, clutching some prized item, some belonging that seems precious to them, and just hoofing it towards the Steel Farm Gap way.
I want to just try and stop someone and ask what's
Okay,
going
yeah,
on.
you're able to grab like a young dwarvish man is running past you. What?
What's going on?
Keenlow's under attack.
Where is that?
If you look on your map, the checkpoint that you're coming up to has a two-way
he's
split
got the-
coming toward you.
Oh, he's got the big map. No, guys, this map.
Keenlow is one of the stops you can go to on the checkpoint, and it's straight north. Otherwise, you can continue on straight past. But
Yeah, it's right
like
there,
as you
so.
guys are getting
Here,
closer
I'll
to
jump
it,
down.
you can you can see that the numbers are
Wow.
growing. Like it seems like the whole city seems to be evacuating.
What sort of attack?
Okay.
We don't know. It came from below.
We're below.
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 Gotcha. Thank you.
What's below us?
We heard a rumble, and the dock district sunk into the sea.
Shit.
There's a seat on here?
North by Kilo.
Oh.
Probably.
Yeah, if you just head up to the checkpoint there and take a right.
Bye.
Is it coming this way?
It seemed to be content attacking the city. Whatever, we don't know. We just heard screams to the north, and everyone took off. The alarm bells went off, and we all hoofed it out of there.
Oh.
Forever,
I didn't say anything.
Forever cannot say hoofed.
No, I love it so much.
Frederick just gets a look in his eye.
Quincy moves up, and she's like, "I'm sorry they're under attack, but I need to get to Zadara."
We are with you.
Yeah. Let's keep moving.
It's perfect too, because the checkpoint's probably not being manned right now. Am I right, guys?
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah,
You have to put your mask on. We're getting close.
it's on.
Can't you tell?
Right. So the plan is to ride, if you can, barrel through the checkpoint
This
and
isn't what my
just
real face
keep going?
looks like, Vireo.
Yeah. I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't love it. Remember that time when we saved that one city?
We almost died fighting a whatever that was. You
Skin
think
soup. Yeah.
Skin soup, yes. You really think we're gonna stand up to something destroying a city?
Yeah, and that's when we had cool shit we could do.
I can still do cool shit.
Like die?
I didn't die. I almost died.
Like almost
Yeah.
die?
He didn't die. He
You
almost-
guys,
almost
wait.
died.
Roland just made a joke. Can we just everyone stop?
And then he immediately got jumped on.
This is why I don't make jokes. Fine, I'm gonna go walk on a wall like Spider.
I skitter off in a huff.
So what was the name of the city again?
Somebody write
Kilo,
this down.
Kilo.
History
This
is
is
being
a
made.
historical moment.
What did you even say? What was the joke?
That you can do cool shit, and then he said die.
It wasn't even like a good joke.
It wasn't.
I was just offended.
It was
I don't know.
more like a super sarcastic comment.
Roland, what about your money situation, though?
As you're walking away on your spider.
Like,
Continue.
shouldn't we find the perpetrator? Maybe they went to Kino.
Why
I
would
mean-
somebody that wants to steal some handfuls of gold want to go to a city that's being attacked?
I don't know.
Don't tell him that.
Looting.
We could just loot some money while we're
From
there.
the broken city?
Guys, no.
That's where you loot.
You don't loot from a
Wait,
city.
I'm doing the hero thing wrong, right?
Yeah. Well,
That's wrong.
I'm also kind of against the thing where we sell back the spiders.
I've been thinking about this since
It's really been bugging me.
Yeah, it's been bothering me for a while. I don't think that's an okay thing to do.
We bought them. Why can't you sell them?
Well, because it's going to hurt other people.
Can we continue this
How would it
Discussion.
work?
We'll say this is
interesting
happening while you guys
conversation
are
later? as
So,
we-
We're moving as we're talking.
people are running, screaming
I'm
around
on-
us, and we're arguing about the morality of reselling the spider.
while riding on giant spiders and
Yeah,
giant
that we
salamanders.
own and we purchased.
Yeah,
we should
exactly.
be able to sell
So
them.
perfect.
I don't know. I don't know if I wouldn't be able to
If you
sell
rented, you
Scary
paid the
Terry.
insurance for a reason. They're not anticipating for it to come back. You just gave them 20 extra gold because you might keep it.
So,
Insurance.
Yeah, we also might ride them into battle, and they might get murdered.
Well,
I'd
don't
rather
let them
get
into
90
battle.
gold for it.
Toby, for one, is a very timid folk.
You might be able to get like 20 gold for a salamander skin suit.
At this point, you guys have reached the what would be the checkpoint. You can see that the gates are flung wide open and is just becoming like citizens mixed with guards who are like all burnt up and injured. You see different military figures that seem to have just been like burnt and like frozen on different parts of them as they're running past. And you are able to make your way through the checkpoint, and you can see down the deep road which leads to Keenlow. There seems to be fighting in the distance in this group, and
Like in the tunnel.
yeah, like in the far distance, not in your immediate vicinity by any means, and you see devils and demons and drow.
It's DD&D.
And that's where we will end it
Oh,
tonight.
God.
I want to look at
Crossroads,
Roland unknowingly
gotta
racist
make
smirk.
choices at crossroads.
It will
Yeah,
be
thank you for
great
that knowing
when
look.
you're-
Sam,
I
your
glare
joke
at
was very
Virio.
good, by the way.
Oh,
And Roland, intermittently.
Why are you looking at me? You know nothing about who I am.
Let's see. That's what a good noise.
that's amazing.
We will be back on Monday
Foley work.
at noon. We are agreed
Yes.
at noon. All right.
Central
Yes.
Time.
Doing the
Central.
Dresbarn campaign at
Dress
noon.
Barn is closing.
Dresbarn is closing, but Dresbarn is still here.
Still open for business.
Be here at noon on Memorial Day on noon Central.
On Noon Central.
Join us. We're in the middle of the forest, and everything's fine and nothing's wrong.
Yeah, totally.
After that, we'll be back here on Thursday again next week at 6 p.m. Central Time. Podcast-wise, I believe I have 4, now 5 sessions, but we are very close to being caught up.
Yeah, John!
Yay!
Oh, I must have a hobby again. Now that this is work. Other than that, thanks for watching, and we will see you Monday.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good weekend.